Hey y'all, this is a get ready with me. Okay, just a little something, something before I get ready for one of my daily lives. So, I just started growing my locks about 2 years ago now, and I color treated, and I do like a style here or there. And I really, really have noticed that my hair does the best when I keep it moisturized. And my regimen of spraying my hair with water and then following it up with Fab Hair International's Moisture Mist leave-in conditioning spray, girl. Listen, it's giving me everything that I need as far as the moisture on a daily basis is concerned. I've tried a lot of sprays and I really, really enjoy not only the way the spray bottle works, but also the way the hair feels moisturized after I've given it a spritz. There are so many great Fab Hair International products to try. And the Stimulate and Soothe Deep Cleansing Shampoo is one of my favorites. It actually gives your scalp a tingling sensation that makes it feel really, really clean. And then the Moisture Mask Deep Conditioning Mask is really amazing as well. Make my hair feel really, really moisturized after I had color treated it. The products are great and were created by a Black woman stylist who came from behind her chair to give her people the products she felt they really deserved. Fab Hair International is for all curls and coils, whatever your hair type. You can find something at Fab Hair International that will suit your specific needs. Right now, you can use my code Bondi15 to get 15% off of your purchase. Go to fabhairinternational.com, take their hair quiz, and find out which products will be perfect for your hair. Be a bougie traveler and shop fabhairinternational.com. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey. Hey, everybody. What's up? Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday. Okay. I hope y'all are having a good day. I hope y'all having a good week. We're about to get into some things, girl. Okay. It's another episode of the Bondi Blue Show. Strap in tight, ho. Okay. Like the video, hype the video up. Thank y'all for joining me. My Cash App is working again. Okay, my Cash App is working again. Please help with my plane tickets. I would so appreciate y'all. Thank you so very, very much. Okay, thank you to everybody that has been giving and wishing me and my husband a happy anniversary. Thank y'all so much. Okay, I don't know who, like, I saw some comments like on Instagram. "Girl, I didn't know that you was married to a man." I'm like, I don't know where y'all, I mean, obviously y'all don't watch me enough. You don't follow me on Instagram. Like I don't know what to do. Like the man is around, but no, I don't post my man on the internet like that. I don't. Okay. And that is because, you know, I was born in the 80s and I lived in the 90s. Okay. I learned how to keep my personal business to my motherfucking self. Like I don't know what's wrong with everybody. I know I look young. You know what I'm saying? I know I look young. I know y'all think I'm 20 something. I give y'all a good 28. Girl, I am 37 years old. Okay, I am in my mind and in my spirit what I like to call a old hoe. All right. And I want to talk about some of y'all comments before I get into my show today, if y'all don't mind. If y'all don't mind, y'all ain't got no choice. Okay. I wanted to talk about this post. First of all, shout out to my editor. Shout out to Ashley. She has been doing an amazing job getting these shorts together. And when she sent me this one yesterday from the live we did on what that was, Tuesday, I was just like, oh, bruh. Because I know I'm gonna have to post this shit, right? I'm posting my shit. But I know when I post it, it's gonna seem as if, I'm going back and forth when I'm not going back and forth, but I said the shit and I'm gonna post my stuff. Like it's my business, bitch. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. And so the reason why we're here for this is because I want to address something I was seeing in the comments. Um
Someone said something also in the comments on the video where I talked about this, because I said this about how I just want y'all to stop being homophobic, and these niggas can be gay if y'all stop being homophobic. I am not putting the onus on any individual woman for why a man is DL or in the closet. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying is on an individual level, if you would not be homophobic, not be hyper focused on whether a man was with another man, and I do understand where that comes from and why you may feel that way, but it is essentially rooted in homophobia. A man being with another man does not make him any less of a man. A man being with another man does not mean he is more likely to have an STD than a straight man. That's not what that means. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like straight men essentially are so untrustworthy, and not all of y'all. So if y'all are in here, please don't be upset. If you upstanding nigga, don't listen. I'm not talking to you. But there are so many ain't shit ass straight men out there that it becomes very weird to me that women become hyper focused on, I can't be with no man that's been with another man. I don't care who you fuck, ma'am. And what I really feel is that you really don't have control over that, because you may get with a man and he may just simply lie to you. And so why even worry about something that you can't even really control, because a man can in fact lie to you. Now, there was somebody in my comments that said something about, oh, HIV. I know a lot of y'all are still in the 90s, but what I need for y'all to understand is a man having unprotected sex with women will also get you HIV. Coochie also carries HIV in 2026, okay? Maybe you thought we were still in 1985 where gay people were the only people that were getting it, but no, it is transmitted through sex. And men fuck everybody. And what do, people? They lie. And so if I'm worried about catching an STD from a man, I'm going to use my own discernment. I'm going to pay attention to this man. Is this man a hoe? I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm not going to dilute myself like a lot of women like to do because you want to live in a fairy tale. I'm not going to be delusional. And that's a lot of the issue here. Y'all want to live in a fairy tale. And in order for you to live in a fairy tale, you have to make somebody else responsible for the safety of your pussy. When the truth of the matter is, it should be on you to make sure that you are protected. If you know you can't trust a man, wear condoms, take PrEP, go and make sure that y'all are getting checked. Make sure that that nigga got health insurance and an app on his phone that can show you the last time that he got, you know what I'm saying? That he got checked out and all of that. It's really not that hard to not get fucked up fucking around with a DL man. It's just really not that hard. Make sure the man has the characteristics that you would like. But see, a lot of the times, the women that I come into contact with that's worried about niggas being gay, y'all don't even care about them niggas' character. A nigga calling you a bitch and a raggedy hoe, you know what I'm saying? Doing all kind of fucked up shit to you, but that don't matter. As long as he has never had dick. So he said. So he said. Y'all want to believe that there's some nigga out there that you can trust with everything. I feel like that's irresponsible, and I'm not going to trust nobody with everything. I've made my own mistakes as a woman, thinking you can trust that a nigga is not going to be out here passing around STDs. You cannot trust niggas. That's how you get chlamydia. Wear condoms, bitch. Get on PrEP. Be checking this nigga when it comes to like the testing and all of that. That's what you need to be looking at more than that nigga text messages in his phone. And if you have to do that, if you feel that the nigga is untrustworthy, please trust your own discernment and wear condoms. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just kind of feel like all of the things that y'all bring up as to why y'all think the DL Whisperer is, you know, doing good work. I like him. He's bringing a very important issue to the forefront. Men are DL. Girl, men ain't shit. Across the board. Across the board, the niggas ain't shit. Whether they like dick or they don't. They ain't shit. You worrying about if a nigga gay or not, and he going upside your motherfucking head. You worrying about if a nigga gay or not, he ain't got no motherfucking job. You worrying about if the nigga gay or not, he done fucked your friend. So my point is, have your preference to not want to be with a man that's been with other men. Essentially, I think when you unwrap why you feel that way, if you actually were to deconstruct it, and a lot of people don't want to deconstruct it. You don't want to think that hard. You just want to go along with what feels comfortable for you. And what feels comfortable for you is to put the onus on somebody else and pretend that you live in a world when you can absolutely trust that a nigga ain't never got his dick sucked by another nigga. I just choose to not care about such things. And to me, honestly, when it comes to like how you protect yourself when you with women, you make sure they don't have nothing before you fuck them. They get tested. You look at they paperwork. Hopefully they'll tell you the truth about the situation. You have conversations with people before you put your mouth on them. And then also essentially, with women, it doesn't like we don't transmit as much. Like I think it takes a lot more liquid to transmit HIV from cooter to cooter or mouth to cooter, Child, I remember back in the day when I was in high school, that was one of the reasons why I wasn't worried about catching HIV when it was at an all-time high in New Orleans in our high schools. Okay? Anybody from New Orleans, y'all remember back then when Reed and Abramson had the highest fucking HIV rates of any young black people in the city, goddamn it. Y'all remember? Child, I had a girlfriend that went to Abramson. What she went? She was my little yeah. Okay, she was my little yeah. Whatever. Okay, shout out to Toya. Oh my God, good times. And we wasn't worrying about it back then because you really thought, oh, girl, we girls. Ain't nobody got no dick. Ain't nobody got no sperm. We'll be okay. We were. We were. I didn't start catching STDs and shit until I started fucking around with men. I never had that problem with women. And then, like when I was with a woman that had something, she had a conversation with me beforehand and was like, I found out I had HPV. I was like, bitch, you too? Okay? We went and got our vaccines. Everybody's okay. But essentially, your coochie is your responsibility. And I think y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but there is something enjoyable about watching him like uncover who y'all think is gay. I get it, bitch. I'm always telling y'all who gay over here. I just don't generate the same amount of hate because that's not the place I'm doing it from. I think that's weird. I tell y'all all the time, most people, if they were existing outside of the matrix we live in that tells them there's something wrong with being gay, most of them will fuck anybody on any given day. Most men will fuck any other nigga on any given day. A woman, the way y'all be liking to play around with y'all friends and all of that, y'all do gay shit that my gay ass don't do. I don't play with my friends like that, girl. You my friend. Girl, you are just my friend. Okay? Don't be trying to fuck me, okay? Lord. But y'all were in these comments acting like, oh, so what? You believe that a woman is homophobic if she don't want to be with a man that's been with men before? And I'm just kind of like, not really, but essentially, like, yes and no. Like, no, as an individual woman, you are not responsible for why a man can't be honest about who the fuck he is. No, but everybody having an individual collective energy about how y'all feel about gayness is the reason why that does occur. So if you on an individual level were to be, I'm not judging nobody. I'm not worrying about that. I'm going to like a man that I like. I'm going to make sure that he has characteristics I like. I'm going to make sure his hips aren't too wide if I'm not attracted to that, right? I'm going to pay attention if he asks me for anal too much. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to make him wear a condom. Like, I'm not going to be, oh, I wonder if he fuck with men. And a lot of times y'all do that because as women, y'all don't like to accept the fact that every nigga don't want y'all. So here we go with the you gay or you must like, and it just ain't that serious. And I want to say on the individual level to all of y'all who feel like, y'all about to like try to bully me in my comments and shit because of this Tasha shit. I just have one thing to say to y'all, and you know, we're gonna leave it at that. And if I want to say something else, I will, because I say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Okay? And don't worry about what goes on in my relationship, because my relationship is not on Front Street. I'm very, very good where I'm at, okay? And he is very good with me. And that's all anybody else needs to understand or worry about in this situation, okay? Y'all worry about y'all own niggas. That's y'all problem right now. Worry about your nigga, okay? Because the DL Whisperer wasn't helping y'all with y'all niggas individually. Talking about he doing God's work and all of this. Girl, he stalked somebody. He drove 2 hours to harass somebody. And those of y'all that's in my comments talking about we need to start at the beginning. I don't know how many times we can have this conversation about T.S. Madison. I'm not choosing a side. I'm always about what's right and my opinion and how I feel about situations. That's always how I'm gonna roll, baby. I'm you know, I can't do nothing for you. I can't do nothing for you, baby. I'm always gonna say what I want to say, and it's just gonna be, girl, I can't be nobody but me, bitch. I can't have another motherfucker's opinion. I'm not mad if you don't like my opinion, but honestly and respectfully, I do not give a fuck. Okay? We're gonna listen, because T.S. Madison did a video 2 days ago, okay, a nice long live, talking about this entire situation, because a lot of y'all online, even in my comments, saying shit like, well, she doxed the DL Whisperer. I have had this conversation with y'all many times, but it's giving Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez. Like, the truth is the truth, but y'all will still be in somebody's comments screaming a lie because y'all like to be contrarian and y'all don't like whoever we're talking about. So you just want to keep promoting the lie.
AKA the DL Whisper situation, I am a victim in this. Contrary to whatever narrative is trying to be spent, whatever is trying to be put out, whatever that fan base is talking about, whatever Tasha K is talking about, whatever Magilla Gorilla talking about, whatever they're talking about, I am the victim in this situation. I need you to truly understand this. Now, y'all not gonna like none that I'm getting ready to say, but it's not about what you like, it's about the facts. I am T.S. Madison. I am a global internet sensation turned television personality, media personality, advocate, activist, whatever, all this stuff. There is no way possible that I was looking over to try to find some DL whispering punk outing men. There's no way that was even on my radar, or me looking for some small content creator that was over there doing their content. I don't care anything about the content that you do. It's when your content steps over into the boundaries of my safety is when we have a problem, okay? Regardless, I don't care if you like Michelle A.T. Alien Brown. I don't care if you like Tasha K. I don't care if you like any of those people. These are the facts. I am T.S. Madison. I am a victim in this situation. And I know that because they are those types of females.
Okay. This is the comment that I was getting a lot of. T.S. doxed him and put his personal information out. T.S. Madison did not dox the DL Whisperer. T.S. Madison pulled up the DL Whisperer's credit report, but it did not have his information on it. To dox someone would be to put their address out, their phone number and all of that. That's not what T.S. Madison did. Somebody else did that to the DL Whisperer, because the DL Whisperer goes around fucking with people. So somebody else did that to the DL Whisperer, okay? Now, even if that was the case, somebody was like, start at the beginning. So you think the beginning of this is, like T.S. Madison said, the global celebrity found Naquan on his corner of do-rag wearing TikTok and decided to dox him for nothing? If that's what y'all think happened. Because I don't think Naquan was doxed by T.S. Madison. But y'all think that just out of nowhere, T.S. Madison was like, oh, this punk said something I don't like, so I'm about to go pull up all of they tax information and put it on the internet. Because to my understanding, Naquan had been going off about T.S. Madison and Dominique Morgan for months. Making entire lives, screaming into his cell phone in his, Acura or whatever he's driving around in, okay? His Camry, his Toyota, okay, maybe, girl, I don't know. Maybe he's a Nissan Maxima, bitch. I don't know, okay? But all I know is I heard the audio of I want these people to die. I want to watch the life drain out of their eyes. I played it up here on my channel. So I would really love to understand. I want y'all to explain that. Oh, let's start. No. Please explain to me in what fucking world is saying you want to see the light leave out somebody's eyes appropriate. Please. I'll be looking for the caps lock. Let's continue.
That want to spin this narrative around that I doxed this, I did this to this person, and this is that. There's no cause and effect. The cause is I'm T.S. Madison. Now, this whole situation transpired. That boy is in jail is because he broke the law. He is in jail because he broke the law. He is not in jail because we were trying to silence him for him talking about something over at my starter house. My starter house is not indicted in any criminal activities or any crimes. That he was not uncovering some great situation. He was not doing that. His target was DL men. He found it more profitable for Black women that are already insecure, jealous. Yes, I'm using these terms today. Insecure, jealous, hateful, transphobic. He found that niche of women out there that he spoke to, that gathered together, and they became his fan base. Oh, well, great, hey, whatever, cool, boom. That's your thing. What happens is when you start leaning over into my safety, when you start to do all of these things over here, I had never spoken that boy's name ever. I had never spoken that gentleman's name ever. I never spoke his name. Never. I want this to be clear.
Now I do want to say this, Maddie. Okay, you got too much motherfucking money. Okay, you made them people wallpaper to piss out that wall with them tall ceilings, and you got that goddamn fire detector going off in the background. Black people, I implore you, change the batteries in the goddamn fire detector or take the batteries out. I don't know why. I'm just one of these people. I feel like it's a part of being sensitive. Is I cannot fucking stand that goddamn beeping from the smoke detector. It's so. Let me tell y'all. Lyric has to make sure that they're changed because we'll just catch on fire in this motherfucker. I'll be hitting that bitch with a broom until it come out the wall. Shut up. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't, my nerves are bad. I wouldn't say that anybody is specifically jealous or transphobic because they enjoy the DL Whisperers content. I think y'all enjoy dark energy. I think y'all enjoy mess. I think y'all enjoy mess in a way that is in balance. Because once you realize somebody is fixating and stalking and wishing death on people, that should give you pause, but it doesn't give y'all pause. That it doesn't make y'all feel like, wait, that's too much. And so to me, that's where the transphobic shit comes into play. Because if you don't have a feeling of that's too much, what else would be the rationale for why y'all enjoyed the content so much when ultimately it just turned into I wish death on these people. I hate them. I wish they didn't exist. And I feel like that can only be a reflection about how you feel like their identity is wrong and you don't agree with it. And I feel like, who the fuck are you to agree with how anybody decides to live their life? No one cares, Barbara. Like, no one gives a fuck. And I know that's why y'all go over there, right? That's why y'all go over there, because over there, y'all can talk to each other about how much y'all give a fuck about how other people are living their lives and about how now these are men that not only are no longer accessible to you because they don't want women, but also these versions of women that you don't agree with can now be in the arena for getting the next nigga. And to me, that also is a part of it, is that y'all are pick-me's. To me, like, that's the biggest part of it. And I used to be a pick-me, so I get it. We all used to, girl, we all started off as pick-me's. Girl, we Black women in the South. You're raised to be a pick-me, girl. And it takes a lot of deconstruction. But as a woman, I feel like when you are truly good with who you are and how you show up in this world, nobody else's existence like can do anything to yours. Like, I checked. I saw T.S. Madison and Dominique and all of the trans women, and I saw them call themselves women, and I looked down at my pussy and it was still there. And so I decided, you're a woman. You're a woman. And I'm going to respect that for you. You know why? Because my pussy's still there. So do you, babe? You want to present like a woman? I'm not about to fight with you. That's crazy. I don't even understand. Like, think about it. You're really like upset because the nigga is, at their house trying to figure out how to be more feminine. Why are you upset about that?
The first time I ever spoke that boy's name was when I was in LA getting dressed to go to the GLAAD Awards. That's the first time that I ever spoke that boy's name. I never spoke his name. I've never posted any of his information. I've never posted any of his family. I've never posted any of his
Oh my God. You've seen TS penis? Oh my God. I have never, ever. I've heard, but I still see her. And so when I look at her, I still see her. Right? Like, it's a really good wig too. It's a really good wig.
mom. There's never any. You say, why speak now? Because I'm going to speak now. Because did you not see what happened over there with Rihanna? And everybody's Rihanna. And when it came down to me, it's like, oh, well, we'll free him. We'll free him. Of course, I went down there exactly like a rich white woman and handled my business. Who in the fuck do you think that I'm going to be out in the street fighting some bum in front of my mansion? You think I'm going to be outside in the street fighting some bum in front of my motherfucking mansion? Because they don't like me because I said that I don't date gay men? I want you to understand that all of this, the first time that I ever knew who this boy was June. That was June. You said, why am I so angry? Because my life has been threatened. That's why I'm angry. Because my life has been threatened. Are you kidding me? I want you to understand that the reason why that boy is in jail, it has nothing to do with him trying to uncover some story about Dominique or some story about me. It has nothing to do with him, me trying to cover up for DL men. Y'all still fucking them. So what does that have to do with me? It has to do with this person violated the law. That's what it has to do with. Him violating the law. That could have been me at my home. I want you to understand. I'm going to take y'all through what I can because there's such a file stacked at the courthouse from me and my attorneys of evidence. I'm only going to show you where this stuff kind of like really began. The stuff began when I did the interview with Nene Leakes, okay? And here is, hold on. There you go. Hold on. Where's this photo? Well, it started here, and it started with me sitting on the interview with Nene Leakes. And after I sat on the interview with Nene Leakes, everybody started having these dissertations. They started having these conversations about it. And everybody was having their conversations. Okay, great. I'm used to people talking about me. Hey, that's what they do. I'm used to people having their commentary about it. I've been doing this for 20 years now. So I'm used to having this conversation.
Also, just so we're clear, a woman and a female are not mutually exclusive. Because when a person does have a penis and they decide that they want to do something that is outside of the norm, like fingernail polish, as small as that, y'all will say that's not what boys are supposed to do. Y'all will say that's not what a man's supposed to do. And y'all will then call a person that is a boy or a male she and her in order to, offend them if they do anything that's feminine. When somebody with a penis actually decides, you know what, I do want to be a she and a her, and I'm going to do all of the things in order to be the she and the her, y'all then decide you're not a real she, you're not a real her. And we just want y'all to understand that the woman part is the coding, how you perform your gender, okay? And if your gender and your sex align, then you're cisgendered, right? That just means your sex and your gender. Like, if you don't like being called that, I don't give a fuck. It means what it means. It's not a slight. Okay. I don't mind saying, okay, you're a natural born female, right? You're a natural born female, because you can't be naturally born a woman, because no one is born a woman, because we have to go through aging to become full blown women. And also, even in that is us creating the aesthetic for what our womanhood would be, how we want to look, how our hair looks, how we dress, how we smell, how we adorn ourselves. All of that is the growth of becoming a woman. And just because one has a vagina does not mean that they want to grow in that way. They may want to grow in a way that is more associated with maleness, and vice versa. And because this is all made up, and essentially we are just human beings having a human experience, leave people the fuck alone. just leave people alone. I don't know why it's that hard. I don't know why it's so hard. You don't like them, block them, and keep going on about your day. I don't know why you have to then join a group of people so that y'all can hate those people together. You don't get how weird that is? It's weird.
What I'm not used to is somebody parasocially attaching themselves to me and having these mental things in their mind like we're beefing. I don't know you, bitch. We're not beefing. I don't know you. We're not beefing. So why are you looking from where I live? I don't get it. So I want to show you to where my first initial response back to anyone was the spiritual whistleblower. The spiritual whistleblower, and the reason why I responded to the spiritual whistleblower was because the spiritual whistleblower was saying that I was butt breaking men. She was saying that I was raping Black men. She was saying that I was raping Black men against their will. I was misogynistic. I hated Black women. All of this stuff, but I was raping Black men. So therefore, I responded to the spiritual whistleblower. This is where all of this shit began. When I was and from her mouth to y'all ears, let's begin.
Oh, and just to be clear, I wasn't even gonna bring this shit up today because I was tired of talking about this shit. But when y'all was in my comments talking about starting at the beginning, I said, you know what? Let's. So like I said, girl, get your snacks.
My video, for whatever reason, triggered a response video from T.S. Madison. Even though on TikTok, there's multiple people, even trans women were coming against T.S. It's not just me. There's gay men. I've seen gay men attacking T.S. Madison. I've seen trans women attacking, like disagreeing.
So what do you feel, why do you feel you were singled out?
Because I spoke the truth.
Okay.
Timothy is a misogynist. He knows he's a misogynist. He's just a very delusional. I think Timothy is a sociopath. The problem with the trans community is this, and shout out to the DL Whisperer. DL Whisperer came to my defense when he saw that TS put that video out about me. The DL, spoke up for me, and he's still continuing right now to put his foot on T.S. Madison's neck, and I'm very grateful for that.
So that is where it began, with my response to the spiritual whistleblower of her talking about that I was butt breaking men, I was doing this. So that's exactly where this began, and she said it from her mouth.
And let's be clear, the spiritual whistleblower is somebody that likes to say hyperbole shit. Okay, I know y'all can't see me. Let me come back. Girl, hold up. I made myself disappear. Now I gotta get myself back, child. Hold up. The spiritual whistleblower is somebody that I believe says things in hyperbole in order to get traction, right? There are a lot of people that say shit and it's outlandish and it can't really be proven, and it's something that they're having an opinion of, and so they think they can just say shit like that out loud on the internet. The spiritual whistleblower, you can't say shit like that on the internet. You can't say that T.S. Madison is raping men on the fucking internet. Like, that's wild. That's really wild for you to say that and to put that type of energy on somebody. And I think that's transphobic, because that comes from y'all believing that anything that's, gay under the umbrella of homosexuality, trans, anything is a like a what is it called? Like a degeneracy or something that sexually deviant. You automatically put sexually deviant on top of anything. Just like people, me growing up being bisexual, how often people assume that you're a hoe or something. Like you're gonna be fucking everybody just because you are attracted to both genders, both sexes. Like it's really just ridiculous when you really think about it, because girl, I wish the fuck I was attracted to more of you motherfuckers. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's wrong. I am not attracted to most people. Most people cannot get my attention, male or female. So at the end of the day, like that's a wrong assumption to make, but it's automatically applied.
So after his tirade against me, he began just constantly, like it was constantly. It was on Twitter, it was on TikTok, it was on Instagram, it was on Facebook. I didn't say nothing. What I did tell people was, I have the right to bear arms. I live in my home. Don't come to my home or you will be shot. I still mean that today. My Second Amendment right tells me that I have the right to bear arms and I have the right to protect my property. So if anybody decides that they want to do the things that they want to do, I have the right. What I don't have the right to do is just automatically do that. What I have the
And see, am I crazy? TS just said that she don't like gay men, so that would mean that she forces herself straight men. Isn't present? No, ma'am. No. Jay is love. No, sweetheart. That's not how that goes. No, you're not forcing yourself on someone just because you like straight people. T.S. Madison is a public figure. We talked about this last night on the Ooh Ladies First panel, and we'll talk about it again when it gets to E.J. Johnson. But essentially, when a queer person says that they like heterosexual people, it is about gender. It is about gender. I want a man that likes women, that likes femininity, that likes wig and big ass titties and big old ass. That's what it means. Gay men are attracted usually to other gay men. This means that a man can be feminine, but he's still a man. And so that's what you're attracted to. You're attracted to masculinity if you are a gay man. If you are a heterosexual man or a straight man, not even really like hetero, really, it's really more so straight, I would say. In people's minds, straight means you're attracted to femininity if you're a man. And if you're a woman, you're attracted to masculinity. A lot of the times, what that really means in people's minds is you're attracted to the opposite gender, not sex, but gender specifically. Okay? Gynesexual. Hey, Diva. Hey, Diva. Gynesexual, attracted to women, trans women, femininity, and femmes. Okay? Because there are some people, and there are a lot of men that if a trans woman is not detectable to them, they would fuck her. Like, I'm just saying. There are men who like to do like anal even with women, and there are women that like to do anal. There are women that say, I've never had an orgasm from having vaginal sex, but I've had it from anal. So if there are women out there that like anal sex, then there would be trans women and therefore straight men that are wanting to have anal sex. See how that works? But again, a public figure cannot trick you. And I think that's another thing that y'all are caught up on is the belief that somebody is lying to these men. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. Because to me, I think y'all are upset on the behalf of men that are lying to y'all about being aware. Y'all want the men to make sure they're staying straight. Y'all are Agent Smith motherfuckers, like Erica says all the time. Agent Smith motherfuckers are there to make sure that everybody's staying in line with the status quo. And so they're there, hey nigga, you better not like a trans woman. I mean, y'all act like that's not what y'all do, but that's what y'all do. And I just kind of feel like my response would be, if I'm a woman that doesn't want to be with a man that likes trans women and a man seems to like trans women, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, he likes trans women. He ain't my cup of tea. That's okay. Do we have to create a hate group about it? I don't know. I don't know.
The right to do once I have a paper trail is to protect my home. Once I have put a paper trail in place. Now these individuals, they have their parasocial connections that they do. You know what I'm saying? They connect themselves or whatever, and they have this type of shit, and therefore, boom, whatever. Let them have their conversations about whatever they want to have their conversations about online.
Jay said that all translates the gay. I wish you would get your words together if you're gonna be, in here low key being homophobic. I'm gonna need for you to get your get your words together, girl. But you know what? If you want to say that, then everybody's gay. Well, then yeah, because I say everybody's gay too, girl. I say everybody's gay too. I say it all the time. Okay, everybody's gay. I say, girl, I agree. I agree.
But you don't have the right to come to my house. You do not have the right to come to my house. I don't give a fuck what you think you're uncovering, what you think you're doing this. You don't have the right to come to my house. This individual began to stalk me. I want you also to understand that this has nothing to do with DMN. This has something to do with the hate that he has for transgender people. Let's take a listen.
But we're going to get it through there today because I need to speak to y'all and I need to speak to T.S. Madison because I am entering into politics. So I want y'all to know that
Because this what y'all need. This what y'all need. Somebody that gets into politics because they hate trans people. Less than 1% of the population, and you need, because I mean, if y'all think this is not a reflection of our government and how they've decided to make trans people, the focus for who they want to hate this time around, you need to hate the immigrants and you need to hate the trans people, girl. That's what the MAGA people do. And I think that whenever I see black people, oh, I agree with you right there, I just shake my head. I just shake my head, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm around people, I'm from New Orleans. I'm around people and I love people that think like this. That's why it's like, well, why you, Chris, girl, you would be alone by yourself all the time. And I am by myself alone all the time. Specifically because I can't spend too much energy around people that care that much and then act like they don't care when really you do care. It is internalized homophobia, girl. Not even internalized, because there are, well, yeah, because some gay people say the same shit. And I'm like, yeah, everybody's like fighting to be the straight of the gays. That's another reason why it is so, like, for women like Maddie and, other trans women, they don't want to be with men that want to be with other men because they're not presenting as men. That's why. And so to be with a man that only wants to be with women, that's to mean that I'm passing. That's to mean that I've acquired the aesthetic that I wanted to acquire. But y'all are not saving these men from anything. And I think that's awkward that y'all want to save men from fucking other men. And I'm like, girl, they don't want to be saved. Don't save them.
I want y'all done. Like, I want y'all in prison. I don't want y'all to be able to enter into no motherfucking spaces. I want you bitches. I actually want you bitches dead. If we really gonna be technical, where I'm at with the trans community, I don't care if you're alive or not. I would prefer you not to be fucking alive so I don't have these issues. But since I know
y'all think this is reasonable? Y'all think that's reasonable? And see, if you think that what he's doing is so great and this is what is needed in our society, my love, unfortunately, something is wrong with you and you need to go and talk to that lady. And by that lady, we mean a therapist.
I know that y'all all just not gonna die. I know that I'm gonna have to deal with these motherfucking issues, but I'm so tired of these dirty ass trainees. I know I can't be the only one that's tired of dirty, nasty ass trainees. Like, I know I cannot be the only one. I cannot be the only one that
I love when y'all do this. I love when y'all do this. I love it so much. You might be gay. Not everybody is. Yes, girl, you're gay too. You're gay too. Aren't you happy, girl? Yeah, you are. Because why you had to be the one? Not me, girl. If you're not gay, you ain't have to say it. The fact that you felt like you needed to tell us, like, are you sure, bitch? Are you sure? If we were at a club, if we were in a dark club at night and you were a tad bit drunk, would you dance on your homegirl's booty? Quick. This is what I be talking about. Not me, bitch. Okay. What, girl? Okay. Damn, girl. Damn. That's what I be talking about, bitch. You crazy. Like, why you not, you might be, bitch, but not me. Oh, okay, so what, you think you better than me because you straight? You think you better than me because you like dick exclusively? Ooh. Oh, I get it. Oh, okay, no, I get it. You better than me because you just like dick. Oh, okay. See, that's why I got no friends now. Because this how y'all be. This how y'all be with people. We be up here trying to be like, stop all of the hate. No, girl. She said, y'all want everybody to be like you so bad. No. That's the thing, though. Y'all want to believe that everybody is like you. You want to believe that everybody is straight. That's the actual problem, is that you think that everybody's straight, or you think that everybody is supposed to be straight. That's your problem. I personally don't give a fuck what most of you hoes do. I wouldn't fuck you, so it don't matter to me. Girl, I don't care what y'all do with y'all cootie cats. I don't care what you do with your cootie cat, girl. I don't care. I promise I don't care. But the way y'all act about it, it just gives you care so much. And it's like, why do you care so much? Who the fuck cares? I could never know what you do with your coochie every day, ma'am. Just like you could never know what I do with mine. I can't know what a man do with his dick every day. I'm not with him every day, all day, all of the years of his life. Girl, I don't give a fuck. But y'all do. Y'all care.
I have to deal with them every fucking day. Every day. I wake up, there's some trannies upset as if I give a fuck. Go tuck your motherfucking dick. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Y'all walking around with them nasty ass dicks. Them nasty ass tucks. I hate y'all. I hate y'all, like, a lot. I hope that all of the trans people perish. And now I'm spreading hate because I do hate y'all. It started off as like, okay, these are just delusional individuals that, you know, clearly need some education. But now I'm to the point where it's like, y'all are past delusional. Like, you need to be put down like a dog with rabies. You need to be put down like a rabid animal. Like, literally, because that's what y'all are. Trans people are rabid motherfucking animals.
I mean, I say everyone is gay, but it's like, come on. Like, do you not hear context? Like, nuance? Like, but you know what? I do think that everybody is gay. I do. Essentially, most people, most. I do. And I think that if you weren't, you wouldn't be so worried about it. I think a lot of y'all are suppressing what you would be on any given day if given the opportunity to. Right? Because essentially the women that are not, and they don't need to explain that to anybody. They just know who they are. And you know, I said what I said. Nobody's gonna take it personal if it doesn't apply. But when you feel the need to let everybody know that it's not you specifically, it gives. Now, why you had to tell us? Because most people that are homophobic, most people that are like trying to figure out what's going on with everybody else, is because they don't want to deal with their own shit. That's usually what it means. This dude is out of pocket.
That get mad when nobody doesn't agree with them. Like, you can never be a woman. No matter what y'all dumb ass niggas do, no matter how many hormones you inject into your body, no matter how many vaginoplasties you get, no matter how much boob injections or whatever y'all doing to your boobs, no matter how much ass shots, no matter what you do, you're still gonna be a gay man. You're still gonna be a punk. Just like T.S. Madison, just like the T.S. Candy, just like all of the rest of them T.S. people. You can never be...
Yes, you are. Every single one of you that gotta tell us that y'all not gay, you're gay. Now go cry in a corner about it.
You're never going to be able to make your motherfucking gender change. And hey, Prince the daughters, because I know you're one of these people. And they better be like, I can't follow up no motherfucking pictures because, see, T.S. Madison, I ain't gonna lie, the bitch do keep getting me banned off everywhere for talking about his nasty dick having ass. And I'm thinking Twitter is gonna be a place where I don't get banned because, I mean, who give a fuck about T.S. Madison over here besides the other trainees that need to die right along with him? You trainee bitches, I promise you, this gonna be y'all last motherfucking year, ho. I can guarantee you that. This is going to be y'all last year. Because by next year, I promise you, shit gonna be...
So I see y'all be liking to do this shit. No, my husband is not gay. My husband is very straight. Very, very straight. Okay. Loves it over here. But guess what though? Whatever he is, he's mine. Mine. Where your man at? See, I'm not like the rest of you hoes. But no.
Be so much fucking different for y'all. Y'all gonna wish like hell that you stayed off everybody's rainbow. That you stayed off everybody's radar. You're gonna wish like hell. What's up, Momo?
I never responded. This is just one of the many that was going on daily before, because what escalated was January 23rd. All of this stuff escalated all the way down to January 23rd is when he came to my home. Okay. He screamed out that I doxed him. He said that I posted his address. I posted his family. I posted, where is it?
And this is the part that I really wanted to get to because y'all keep talking about the doxing situation. Hey, Erica, thank you for the super chat. No, they don't see the spectrum. They're operating on binary programming. They can't even acknowledge that it's fluid. They're stagnant in their thinking. Yes, stale assholes. Like, please go back over to Tasha's channel where all of that slow ass thinking is accepted and where y'all could be ignorant and think that y'all, and that's another thing. You don't want to be called homophobic, but y'all act like it. Because I know a lot of y'all are in here because of that bullshit. Please, I told y'all don't choose me. I told y'all don't choose me, bitch.
Where is it? This stuff that I'm pulling this stuff from his metadata. This stuff is on his page currently. I'm pulling this stuff from his metadata. So if I doxed and I did all these things, I don't even know you, sir. I never knew this person. I don't know this person. Okay. So I endured that. I just was collecting. Then, you guys know, he continues on his rants. Here we go.
You trannies are delusional. And when I catch T.S. Madison, I'm gonna beat him so bad that all of y'all gonna feel it. When I catch Cherry, because I want bitches dead. And you're a tranny. At the end of the day, no matter what you say, you're still gonna be a nasty ass tranny. Like, you're still gonna have a dick. You're still gonna have to hit on your prostate to get some pleasure. You're still gonna have to top these niggas because they only want you because you got a dick. You're still gonna have to do all of those things. So that's what you need to be worried about. When are you not gonna have to do all of those things? I don't wish I was a woman. You wish you was a woman. That's why you're trying to transition into one. You just know that you can never be one. You can never be a woman. Y'all trainees are so fucking delusional. Like, I hate y'all. I literally hope all of the trainees just die. That's where I'm at with it. Like, it would be better if y'all were just dead. It would. I really think it would. Like, I think that's how you eradicate this issue. Like, you get rid of all of the trainees that are currently existing. Literally.
You want to know why people find justification in the things that he did and try to wrap this stuff around like, oh, he's been the victim, and because this is the way a lot of you feel. A lot of you feel this way, and a lot of you feel this way about me. You look around, you think I brag too much. You think I don't. You think I, you know, you want to be like, what you want? You want to reduce me to a porn star and this and the other. Okay, yeah, I did that. You have this, and a lot of you can't say that you don't, because you do. That's why you're finding every area, every space, well, you did this, well, you did that, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I did not. I didn't deserve that. I don't deserve any of that. The trans people don't deserve any of that. And this is only fragments of stuff. This is only pieces and fragments of stuff that we were downloading from the metadata, from his stuff, from all these platforms everywhere. When I sat in that courtroom on March 3rd, before we began to deliberate over what was going on, I walked in and I saw a young black boy.
And this is another thing that I see a lot of people doing. I feel like people use the same tactics. Every time something happens, people use the same tactics, like to make it seem like the person that is abusing is the same as the person they're abusing. Because in what world are TS and DL Whisperer on the same level when TS did nothing to the DL Whisperer but respond to his fanaticism? I'm just trying to understand, because y'all do this all the time. It's not just in this situation. I noticed that in a lot of situations, like, people try to make it seem like, oh, they both doing the same thing to each other. And I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not.
Gay.
You know, oh, they are equal. How so?
In handcuffs, sitting in.
And again, yes, doxing is putting out your information in a way that gives people your location, phone number, address. If that is not what was on the screen when T.S. Madison was talking about the DL Whisperer, because DL Whisperer was running his fucking mouth. Okay, bitch, I could run my mouth too. And I pull up your fucking credit report, ho. I don't put your name or your address up, but I pull up your shit. You've been talking about you want me to die. And I can't pull up the fact that you got terrible credit and you poor, and that's why you on the internet trying to get clout off of hating on me. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand.
A jail cell. Black.
But I'm gonna end it right there. Y'all can watch TS video if y'all want to see it. It is only from like 2 days ago, and I wanted to talk about it, but you know, we're gonna have to talk about these things because the community is not okay. Like, the community is not okay. Does 1 + 1 still equal 2, or is 11 now? Listen, it might be 11 fucking around with these people. Like, I really was trying to understand, like, what did Madison do? Maddie didn't do that, though. That was another person. He just said Maddie did that. So Maddie didn't even pull up the I thought Maddie did pull up the the numbers, but not the address and the phone number. And the phone number and address was posted by somebody else. Another person that the DL Whisperer was beefing with. Girl, listen. I feel like right. Are any of my mods in here? Because I can't see everybody. I can't catch everybody. I've been blocking people on my own because I don't care. Like, I don't want to be in community with some of you weird assholes anyway. So y'all can get out my comments. Like, I really don't care. I really, really, really don't care. I don't care. I mean, if I don't mind educating people. I don't mind like saying it in a way that hopefully you can understand and all of that shit. But essentially, I truly, really don't give a fuck. I think that the energy is the energy. I'm not on that type of time. If that's what you're about, please go somewhere else. I just don't care. I just don't care, y'all. I don't. I feel how I feel. I'm going to get up here and say how I feel about things, and I'm going to continue to do my thing. And that's just what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, or move around. It's very simple. Very, very simple, honey. Now, let's move on because we have more to discuss. Let me see. Did I save? Yeah, let's get into, since we was just talking about TS. I did want to talk about EJ Johnson very quickly. I'm going to touch on this and then we'll move on. Okay? Okay. 1,300 people in the room. Like the video, okay? And I do respond to people in my comments.
Biggest storylines on your spinoff was, you know, you and your sister liking the same guy.
Honestly, that is ultimately what got the show picked up. But also, you know, in terms of the gender and sexualities and stuff like that, it was very important because that happens. You know, I don't attract gay men, and I'm not attracted to gay men. Like, it's just not a thing.
Tell me more about that.
You know, it's just, I think, like, if you ask any of the girls, like, they'll tell you the same. And I think they're just labels. You know, that's what, like, I don't care what, you know, like, I'm dating someone. I'm like, I don't care what you identify as or what you call yourself, as long as you're happy being who you are. But no, but to be honest, it's like, that's why I don't go to gay clubs. I don't go to, you know, gay things, because it's like the men that I attract are not there. And also, like, they're like, you know, they kind of like wave you off. You're just like, oh, that, you know, hey girl, like, you know, it's not, you're not in here, like the rest of us are. You know, it's just, it's always, but it's, I never really understood it until now, because before, when I would go and I just was like, there's something about this room. It's like, it's almost like they don't want me here. Like, I'm not really in it here because I'm not presenting as a man. I'm not presenting in that way.
And to be clear, the gay community room.
Yeah.
Of your own community. Yeah.
But it's not like a shameful thing, or just like, oh, they're mean to me. But it's like, these are not my men in terms of attraction. Now, if I'm just going to have a kiki, sure. But like, these are not the men that are interested in me in that capacity. I do that when I go to the straight rooms.
So.
Child, EJ is very proud to be wanted by men who only want to be with women and femmes. And, you know, that's you know, I guess EJ is still a he, right? That's his preference, girl. I think what he's saying is, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, the reason why I wanted to have this conversation is I low-key understand what he's saying. If you've ever been around a bunch of gay people, and I'm talking about like specific like demographics of gay people, because I have sometimes been in a room with a bunch of like, you know, gay girls and looked around and been like, But then if I'm in a room full of straight people and I find the gay girl, then it's like, oh. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It sounds fucked up. It might be a little like it might be a little internalized homophobia. It might be, girl. I might have a little bit of internalized homophobia like the rest of the people. But I feel like I understand what EJ is saying. It's really not about, oh, I want to go and find men that are straight and turn them out. No, it's when I'm in certain rooms, like if I'm in a room full of straight people, the type of men that like me, I'm more prefer those men. And I'm gonna even say, like, I have a lot of gay girlfriends that don't hang around a lot of gay girls. They just don't. Like, there are some gay girls, they got a whole bunch of gay girlfriends. And sometimes their cliques are cool, and sometimes it be like, girl. Okay, listen, I hate to say it, but I do not want no cigarette smoking lesbian bitch. Okay, like that's what I'm thinking about in my head. Girl, if you know what I'm talking about, there is, like, you know, if you go in all gay place, it's a lot of, and I'm not talking about weed smoking. These bitches that look like they smoke Newports. You know what I'm saying? Like bitches that still dressing like we in the early 2000s and shit, right? And I think for EJ being around a lot of other gay men might have, as a lesbian, I get it. Okay, so you understand what I'm saying? Because I was like, I kind of understand what he's saying. Like, there is something about sometimes being in a room with all gay people where you may not always feel the vibe in the same way as if you're in a group of straight people and you just find people that just so happen to be gay. I think it's like the same thing as like being pro black and kind of being like, yeah, I'm for my people, but I don't fuck with all of y'all. Like, girl, I think that might be it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like everybody is taking this the wrong way because essentially, I don't think EJ Johnson is fooling anybody. When he says he likes to be with, you know, the straight men, I'm sure it's like the straight white guys. I'm sure it's like the straight white guys. And I think that is because they have a certain aesthetic. And I think a lot of the times that is also what it's about. It's about the aesthetic. It's also how other people see that person. And everybody is still working in the same hierarchy. So we all live in a hierarchy that puts like cisgendered people at the top. And what I mean when I say that, for people that don't like that wording, nobody can tell what you know, if you're gay or straight by looking at you. You know what I'm saying? There are like a lot of lesbian femmes like hate the fact that, you know, they got to go around like giving everybody the fucking, you know, the death stare and all the motherfuckers to know you gay. Okay? You know, and I just think that we are living within a binary, which is a imperfect, ridiculous system, if you ask me. And I think it causes people to have labels for shit that everybody don't agree that that's what's in that label, and it just happens across the board, right? But I just want us to stop like hating other people so much and stop thinking that the gay people are like snatching niggas off the street or something. Y'all really have held on to this buck breaking thing from slavery, and it truly annoys me because women were raped more than men were back then because they were impregnating us. We were bred. And y'all don't have the same energy towards women when women don't like men. When women don't like men, y'all think something is fucking wrong with them. No matter how historically women have been being raped by men. But men, oh my God, men were being raped by other men, and we can just have that in our minds for the rest of history about why we're not okay with two men being in a consensual relationship together, or a man being with a man that likes to be with other women. And I think that's another thing. Like, women are like, why do you guys always want to be with the men that want to be with us? And it's just kind of like, girl, what? Like, you know, I don't want to compete with a man. Why? Do you think you can't win? Okay. I don't know. I just think motherfuckers just worry about the wrong shit. You shouldn't be in competition with anybody in any relationship. You're not in competition, you know. And if you feel like you're in competition, it's not about the person being gay or bi or anything like that. It's about them making you feel insecure in a relationship. Like, we don't realize that either as we get older. That's why they hate bisexuals. Oh my God, everybody hates us. The lesbians hate us. The straight people hate us. They try to erase us and act like we're not a thing, which I used to be a part of, because I used to be one of them people that felt like bisexual men weren't a thing until I had conversations with gay men that said they liked having sex with women, which made me feel like, well, essentially, then if you enjoy and are if you can get your dick hard and fuck a woman and be sexually satisfied, then that would make you bisexual. But then it turns into who you want to have a relationship with. I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman because I don't want to have to take care of a woman. But yeah, I like fucking them. And so to me, I'm like, so everybody is having to push themselves into a box so that everybody can feel, comfortable in a fucked up system. Like that's what it kind of comes off to, at some point. As somebody that has been on both sides of the situation and, not even really liking the way I have to explain that I'm bisexual, and I don't even like having to explain that to motherfuckers. Like, bitch, whatever. Worry about yourself. But y'all make motherfuckers feel bad about it. Like y'all make people feel like there's something wrong with them. And I want y'all to know y'all can't make me feel like there's something wrong with me. Just in case you were wondering. You can't make me. I love me. I love me. Just as goofy and weird and bisexual as I am, I love myself. I think I'm dope as fuck. Okay? I have a great life. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I know. Everybody can't be so lucky. Everybody can't be so lucky as to find a person that loves them for them. I know. But I would rather be alone than to be with someone that doesn't accept me for who I am. So, yeah. And I'm not alone. And have never been. Because niggas like bisexuals. All right, let's move on. Okay, so I want to go to Megan Good and them, y'all. So I want to start this segment off by saying that I feel bad, okay? I feel bad because I know that they probably thinking about me. Y'all know I was talking about how her man and her were doing shit to their face that made them look weird and they didn't need to do that. And it's just my opinion, but yeah, nobody gives a fuck, okay? Like nobody, I don't want to hear your opinion about what I've done to myself if you don't like it. I get it. But I also feel like, girl, just don't watch it. Because I don't watch the shit. I've been seeing myself. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Everybody that's been making videos about me, thank y'all so much for using good pictures of me. Thank you. Bitch, every screenshot I saw, I said, well, all right, I look good then. Shit. Okay? Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Jasmine, Tasha's editor. Thank you so much. Every post, I look cute. Thank you. I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Okay. So I understand. I understand and I feel bad because I don't ever want what I say to make anybody feel bad about themselves, so to speak, unless I'm shaming you. Like I was doing all of y'all homophobic and transphobic people a second ago. Yes, I want y'all to feel bad. Shame, shame, shame. But when it comes to how people look and all of that, I don't want you to necessarily feel bad, but I just want people to stop fucking with themselves. Because every time somebody fucks with themselves, it adds to the overall pressure for you to fuck with yourself. And sometimes when you fuck with yourself, you do worse shit. Now, I think she really talking about their wedding. And I feel like, girl, yeah, we was laughing at your wedding. I mean, but people can find fucked up pictures of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just saying, like, I know I ain't ugly, but a bitch can find a fucked up picture. I could have been looking weird or some shit like that. In one of them moments where one of my eyes looked bigger than the other girl, it could have been anything. Now I gave hoes ideas. Okay? Okay. I'm okay. All right. Listen, I ignore it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch nothing. I ain't read nothing. I ain't watching nothing. I don't give a fuck. You can feel how you want to feel about me. I love me, and that's where we at with it, okay? So I implore other people to have that mentality, especially if they on social media and they are a celebrity, okay? It does become a lot, and I can't always tell y'all not to curse people out, you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, if them people wanted to curse me out, I respect that. Because I know, you don't want to hear that shit, son. I know, all right, okay? But it's my opinion. And their wedding was hilarious. They were so performative. They were doing so much. And it was just funny to watch. It was really just a light moment that I was making fun of them because I didn't think it was. This is how you know New Orleans people is fucked up, because we don't even know that we're saying anything that's that fucked up, because we could have been calling you a musty, dirty, funky hoe. Okay, we we could have been saying anything, and all we said was, was y'all funny and y'all be doing the most, and why y'all did that to y'all face, and not, nigga the bad guy. All right.
I can share everything with everybody because they're gonna love me like my sister loves me, or my mom loves me, or my dad loves me. And the world is what let me know that that wasn't the case.
No, that's right.
When people spend that type of energy and time on you, it's because of what you are in the best way, not the negative way. When people care that much about your life and they have to create so many narratives and so many this and so many that, they are consumed with you, and that's not...
That's not true, Megan. Just hold on, bitch. All right, just wait. There's more. But Megan, this is because I feel like Megan is so delusional sometimes. And I feel like you have to be delusional in order to, have a successful life to some extent. But I was just like, no, Megan. No, if y'all was talking about me, it came up. We talked about it. We laughed about it. And then we left it there, bitch. We didn't think about it again until I found out the nigga blocked me. Damn, Sky. Your fine ass.
That's not your fault. That's their fault. Unfortunately, in
this is not Megan Good? This not Megan Good? Oh.
this industry, you become sort of a punching bag for people's own projections of their own things and their own
Y'all, this is Megan.
traumas. All that matters is what God says about.
Y'all got it's a screenshot, baby. I'm gonna play a video. A screenshot don't always mean that's everybody that's in the video.
Us. And everybody who is in alignment with that and wants to see that and is open to seeing that will see that.
Amen.
Anybody who does not want to see that will not see that, and it has nothing to do with you.
I can share.
Pretty V, calm down. Pretty V, because I feel like they mad about us talking about them, but people have said shit about them like genuinely. Like, Pretty V, girl, what? You have done crazy shit on the internet, and you sitting up there like you the most mad that we said anything about you ever. But you be the one online playing like you slow and shit all the time. Like, I'm so, girl.
I can share everything.
Okay. All right, hold up. There are more clips. Calm down, everybody. All right?
Megan, you said it's not a matter if, it's a matter of when.
It's a matter of when.
It's a matter of when.
Yeah.
I'm curious, why now? What does Jonathan do that makes you feel safe on this journey of parenthood with him?
I just know that it's who I want to spend the rest of my life with. I know that this man is an incredible father already, but will be an incredible father to our children. He's just who I want to do life with. He just makes me so happy in life. And even as crazy as life has been, I just have never been this happy just simply doing life with someone the way that we are connected. Everything that I want to do as an actress, for the most part, I've already done. And everything that I want to do are things that I think that I would do much better as a mother. And I just want, strap a baby to his chest, strap a baby to my chest, trying to go to South Africa and shoot this movie with our production company, and he's starring and I directed, and our kids go to the school there, for that little 4 months, 5 months we're there, and come back to California. I want it all.
That's right.
And we deserve it all.
Yes, that's right. You will.
Don't get everything.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Megan, you
Sometimes I feel like we as Black people care so much about these fake-ass socialized institutions, right? Specifically the ones that are tied to being a wife and a mother, that people would, and yeah, you right into the most fucked up situations. Won't they? Won't they? I don't know, y'all. Listen. I don't know these people. I don't know Megan. I don't know Jonathan Majors. They might actually stick it out and work it out. They might, girl. But what I know about men is that men don't change when women are right there beside them, helping them do everything. Like, men don't actually change when you do everything for them. And she seems to do everything for him. And I just feel like at the end of the day, these types of relationships always end up being more on the woman than on the man, and the man will use you and then disregard you, right? I also feel like when a man has been abusive and seems as if he has a hard time controlling his anger, I don't know if you should bring more children into a situation with a man like that. I think women often live in la la land. I don't know if that's their situation. He may have gone through extensive therapy and changed, and she may not be as delusional as she seems to be, right? But there is a level of like religious psychosis and la la land shit going on with Megan Good, just based off of the things I've heard her say repeatedly. And yes, I will never get over him asking a white woman to be his Coretta. The moral compass of a man that would ask a woman to be quiet about physical abuse and not go to the doctor to protect his career, I don't think that's something that changes just because he moves on to the next woman. A man that will tell a woman not to go to the hospital. She says, I feel like I might have a concussion. He said, I know, but if you go to the hospital, they're going to know that I did something to you and it's going to ruin my career. So I'm going to kill myself. A man that does shit like that, like ever, I think it would take a lot for him to actually change and be a different person. And I don't think it can be done with a woman standing beside him thinking that it's her job to take on his cross like it's her own. And then it becomes this pride in being a martyr. And I think a lot of Black women specifically have found pride in being martyrs. And then after they become martyrs, they become bitter once they get older because they get upset about decisions that they made when they were trying to be a fucking martyr instead of doing what would have made themselves happy or doing what was safer for them. They put a man before themselves. And I feel like Megan Good puts Jonathan Majors before herself. And the relationship started off like that when she decided to go to court with him. And I just don't feel like that was good. And I also feel like upon going from Devon to Jonathan, it may seem as if one is better. See, like if you've already been in a fucked up situation, and you go from one fucked up situation to the next one, you don't know how fucked up the next situation is because you're comparing it to the one you just came from. So if this one is better in maybe one or two areas, you're going to think it's so much better, and it's actually not. And at the end of the day, Megan Good rubs me the wrong way. So I'm not going to care too much about what she's going to eventually put herself through or what she is putting herself through. But what I don't appreciate is the continuing to mask what's actually happening and selling a dream to women by way of your relationship, making women believe that they can just take some abusive nigga up off the street, fix him up, pray over him, and now he's gonna be better. And then y'all get on BET and you know, BET Plus and TV One and NAACP and Hollywood Unlocked Awards, and y'all get up there and y'all promote this relationship as if y'all coming together has fixed all of his problems. And that again leads to the mentality that women are gonna come into some man's life like Jesus and fix it all, but don't get any of the credit. I don't like it. I don't like the imaging. I just don't. I feel like it's dangerous because regular women will see these women do this shit and then think that that's something that they should do and end up in a house with a nigga that's got them sitting between the couch and a wall scared to get up. Cause he in there flipping the fuck out and shit. Okay? Like he Ving Rhames on Baby Boy or some shit. Trying to fuck with a nigga. Oh my God, is that nigga punching himself? You just trying to get the fuck, you trying to go around him, thinking maybe if you just scoot past, get stuck with one of these ashtray bitch niggas. No, I don't, No. If I see any signs of you not being able to control your anger and your emotions, that is a huge, that ain't even a fucking red flag, bitch. You just threw a boulder my way. I'm sorry. I'm too keen. I'm too keen on that shit. Bitch, what? nigga, pack a bag. I'm out of here. The fuck? I don't play those games. Because y'all always think, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And in my experience, if they gonna do one of them little small things, they gonna do all of the other shit too. Call you a bitch, they gonna beat your ass. Beat your ass, strangle you, kill you. Coerce you into sex you don't want to have. Yeah, no. So yeah, I don't. Let's see, what else? Was there anything else that happened?
Megan, while you're here, I'm just gonna give you your flowers. When you did your 40th birthday, you was hitting us with that over the head. I was like, I can look like that at 40? You know, because they make you fearful of aging. But then I got pregnant. I was like, I have to share this because, ladies, we can get pregnant in our 40s. Like, everybody, sound the alarm.
And
Let me tell you how.
That.
Like, no, girl.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it. Okay?
No.
We can do it. And so that right there was when I was like, okay, I have to share this. And then I went back into my bubble.
I just want to say, like,
I appreciate that.
you're seen, KJ.
I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that because I think for women that really want that and felt like they needed to prepare themselves beforehand, the world tells them that, you know, you waited too long. And I feel like, no. I feel like if that's something you really, really want, I think it can happen for you. I just think that women should not be so hyper focused on their value being tied to if they are a mother or not. And I think more often than not, women want kids not because they actually want kids, but because they want to feel some hole inside of themselves. And when you want a baby to fill a hole, and then you're in a relationship with a man who's not emotionally stable, I just feel like that's a recipe for disaster.
You know, that, like, you're seen. You are seen. You are seen. And Megan, your resilience shows. Ask God to just continue to download in you everything that you need. Ask him in this season, God, I need you to download in me. What do you want me to do? Now,
Yes, ask her. Ask her, girl. Sit in meditation and ask her, what do I need right now?
for this, but for your kingdom, so I could do what I got to go do, you know, because he sees it, he understands, and he's ordering all of our steps. So I'm just, you guys are so inspirational, and you guys are just so dope.
I don't like when you say that he's ordering your steps. He is, though. He is. Y'all patriarchy Christian princesses' steps are being ordered by a patriarchal God. But I don't know if that's necessarily the God that you should be serving as a woman, because I feel like that God is in service of men, right? Like, you know, y'all may not feel this way, but I feel this way. And I feel like when women say, you know, shit like that, it's a reflection of some delusion that they have in there somewhere. I'm sorry to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Stop spiritual bypass and making bad decisions. Because that's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? That's with Megan, Megan, like, you know, with that religious shit, there is a level of God is in control. And what that does is kind of makes it seem as if you're not responsible for how you get into fucked up situations. That's what it kind of makes me feel on some level when they talk like that. I'm sure when other people say it, that's not always what they mean. You know, they mean that, you know, it's already, whatever's going to be is already going to be. Whatever is for me is already for me. Whatever the path is laid. And I just have to, you know, stay true and follow my path. Stay on course. Yeah, I definitely get that. But when y'all, him, he, him, I'm like, I don't know, just rubs me wrong, bitch. I don't know. Ugh.
You know, just
Oh, this is beautiful.
Megan.
But I do love the sisterly love, okay? I love that. I don't think aging is something you should fear either. Girl, I saw a nice old woman with some good looking titties on my timeline this morning. I was like, oh Lord. They thought she was AI. All right, y'all. Let's move on. We gotta have more conversations, ladies. So y'all, we told Sonya we didn't give a damn already. And I guess we're gonna have to tell Sonya we don't give a damn again. Because I don't give a damn. I don't give a. Okay? Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay? Let's see. What's going on here. Girl, why do I feel like my screen is cut off? What is that about? Ugh. All right, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Ray J's mother, Sonya Norwood, is publicly stepping into the long-running controversy surrounding her son in the infamous sex tape involving Kim Kardashian, calling out Kris Jenner and questioning who really orchestrated the tape's commercial release. In a lengthy statement shared on social media, Norwood said she decided to speak out after reviewing statements from both Jenner and Kardashian, as well as recent media reports about the tape. She said she will no longer sit back and watch her son be criticized online over the matter. Sonya, there's nothing you can do about it, hon. There's nothing you can do about it. We are going to be criticizing your son. Okay? You know why? Because your son gets on the fucking internet and acts a fool consistently now and on television. For years, your son has exposed us to narcissistic abuse by having circular arguments, misogynistic rhetoric, and abusive tendencies. And you think you're going to tell us how to feel about this here situation on the internet, girl? Ma'am, get off your phone. Get off your phone. Get off your phone. Because, see, you may want to coddle your son and act like he's not the motherfucking problem, but everybody is not going to do that. After reading the declarations from Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian and reading their recent statements circulating, including reports published across multiple media outlets regarding the tape, I am no longer going to sit back and watch my son be dogged on social media over this matter. Ray J and I, Kris and Kim, and many others know the truth, Norwood wrote. Norwood also directly addressed Jenner, questioning her past denial that she helped orchestrate the tape's commercial release. And Kris, manager, you say you did not orchestrate the commercial release of the tape? Then who did? She asked. The singer and manager made it clear she stands firmly behind her son as he continues pushing for what he says is the full story to come out. I support Ray J and his journey to bring the truth forward. Girl, the truth ain't in your son. I have witnessed this journey for many years, she wrote, adding that they will continue seeking answers no matter how long the process takes. Norwood ended the message on a serious note, saying the truth will eventually come to light. Even if it takes divine judgment, if that truth journey must continue all the way to the doorstep of God's judgment, then so be it. So now we're bringing God into it. Yes, you know how much I love that. So, Sonya, girl, listen. Your son set up, recorded, and held the camera most of the time while he was having sex with this girl. Okay? She was very young at the time. I forget how old she was, but they was in their like early 20s at the time, I think. Either way, to me, your son was doing what a lot of men back then were doing, recording his girlfriend having sex with the intention of showing it to other people. I don't feel like Kim Kardashian had sex with her boyfriend so that he can show it to everybody. I think she did the tape for them to watch and just to do it because, that's what we were doing back then, girl. We were recording ourselves fucking. There's a camcorder somewhere that was destroyed, okay? There was a cell phone somewhere with somebody's ass cheeks clapping. Destroyed. We destroyed it, okay? Before social media became a thing, we destroyed these apparatuses, never for this footage to be released anywhere ever on the internets. Because we were smart. Okay. In this situation, they were able to see the other side of it. That it's already out there. Remember what happened with Mimi and everybody was like, it was a lie, it was a lie, it was a lie? Yeah, maybe with Mimi. But with them, especially back then when this was happening, I think he intended to put to get the tape and show it to his friends. And once it was already out there and it's being passed around, because that's how that went every single time, niggas in the hood, one of their rites of passage is to fuck their girlfriend on camera and then show it to a whole bunch of niggas out in public or in a large group setting, and then make copies of it and distribute it amongst each other and have it as porn so that they can watch their homeboys fuck their old ladies. Yeah, that's something that hood niggas, gang niggas like to do. Yeah. Yeah, girl. And to me, it's a form of assault if we really keeping it a buck. And so I think Kim's mama then went and said, oh, well, since your son wanted to put it out, I'm going to one-up you. I'm going to put it out to a major distributor and we'll get paid off of it. But you're not going to release a tape to your little hood-ass homeboys to disparage and fuck over my daughter, because I'm sure somebody came to them like, this tape has gotten out and they're watching it for free. Y'all might as well sign with this company and we're going to collect as many of it as we can, get the shit off the internet, and we're going to put it into DVD and you'll get the sales. It was smart. But I think it started because your son was being a degenerate and a sexual deviant and recording his girlfriend and wanting to show it to everybody. Like, that's what I think was happening. That's my opinion on the situation. I don't think that Ray J was innocent in this situation. I don't. He wasn't innocent, y'all. He wasn't. He not innocent. He's not. Because a part of getting the admiration of other men is to humiliate women. And that lady was like, nigga, I'll do you one better. Okay? You ain't fitting to humiliate my daughter and be the only one benefiting off the situation. No, we gonna get my daughter paid. You didn't already put this shit out. It was smart. It was smart. It changed the trajectory of their lives, and now they're billionaires. That's right. That's right. For once, a man was not able to fuck a woman and use her back to stand on for clout. She did it to you. Now, do I think, y'all know I don't like the Kardashians. So, like, to be clear, I don't like them people. Fucking weird ass Trump supporting assholes. But I also know that Ray J is an ain't shit ass nigga. And he has shown himself to be an ain't shit ass nigga repeatedly. Like over and over again. Cause it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. Y'all remember when I'm not being crazy, y'all. Y'all remember when Nelly did that? When Nelly was on stage singing that song looking like a dope head. You know, I can't wait to see you. I want to see if you still got that look in you, right? That one you had for me before we said our goodbyes. And this is niggas ruin everything. Niggas ruin everything, y'all. My God. Chris is a pimp. Well, I mean, technically. But if that's the case, so is Ray J. But this is the problem to me. The problem is the fact that people in Ray J's family are always protecting him, no matter how fucked up he is. And I think that's the part of the problem. That's the reason why he's always out here acting a fool, because of his family. I think that's what happens early on when you teach boys that there are no real consequences for their actions, and people will always be there to clean up their messes. People will always be there to forgive them. They will never actually be punished for the things that they do. Then they feel like they can continue to act in that way. And all y'all do is come to the front and make excuses for the behavior. So yeah, girl. Let's move on from there. Let's move on, girl. All right, y'all. So, well, do we want to move on? Right before we move on, because we were just talking about Ray J, and I did save this. So, yeah.
Hey, yo, Snoop, You know, you my relative. I talked to Julian. I talked to Daz. I talked to Corrupt. I talked to everybody, and everybody's telling me you turned into the new Suge. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I don't want to believe that you turned into the new Suge. I want to believe that you've given everybody what they deserved, and everything that they ever didn't get, you taking over death row was supposed to be the one to be the savior to give everybody what they needed. Word on the street is that you haven't given anybody nothing. And you became the new Suge. I don't want to believe that, Snoop. I want you to respond, and I want you to tell me that you're not the new Suge. I want you to tell me that you gave everybody all the publishing and all the rights and everything that they deserved. Everybody from our cousin Daz to, you know, Julian.
So apparently Snoop Dogg acquired Death Row Records in 2022, a deal that returned the legendary label to West Coast hands decades after its original run. And he's questioning whether he is doing right by people on the label. Neither Snoop Dogg nor anyone from his camp has publicly responded to Ray J's remarks, but the moment has already added another layer of drama to the ongoing conversations about the legacy and future of Death Row.
No, to whoever else is talking shit, right? I don't give a fuck about nobody else but niggas that's related to us. I said 2 niggas that is in our bloodline, and you're a great, hey yo, Snoop, you're a great person. I love you. Can you please tell everybody that I'm tripping and that you have not become Suge Knight? Because if you have, then we'll deal with that and we'll figure it out. But everybody's feelings are hurt. Nobody feels like you have come through for them.
Yeah, they are related.
Everybody from the LBC to Carson to Compton to Los Angeles all the way up to Santa Clarita. But you've been keeping all the money and you're super rich. I love you, Snoop. Please respond to this, because I'm not here to try to point the finger. But when Dash tells me something, Julian tells me something.
The crazy part is that it's like they're slow or something. So in my mind, Snoop is a Trump supporter. You are a Trump supporter. To be a Trump supporter is to have a certain level of reverence and respect for putting yourself over any type of integrity, right? To me, off rip, if you vote for Trump, there is something that you're putting over integrity and something more important, right? Something that matters to you, like money, not having to pay as much as in taxes, maybe having stock in a company that he's going to help do well by pulling back regulations or whatever the fuck. Whatever it is, you're going to put that immediate thing over the long-term terrible effects of whatever the situation is. So you vote for this person. It's so weird to me, but this is what they do because they really do have a blind spot. Like, people really are slow. If somebody is untrustworthy and they have no integrity and you put them in the presidency after everything we know, then you have no integrity. So to turn around and then expect integrity is insane. If somebody is a sellout and a Trump supporter, do you really think they're going to do right by anybody when it comes to money? Trump, like, is synonymous with not paying people their money. Trump is synonymous with making promises and lying and reneging. The only thing he has ever really done that he said he was going to do is got some of you degenerate, fucked up ass niggas out of jail. Calling for some other niggas to be in jail, but then getting the famous niggas like Kodak Black and them out of jail. Also assaulting women. And the reason why you get online with it and you don't say it personally is because you want to put them on blast. You want it to become a public thing.
And then there's like 20 other people that's telling me other things that are surprising. Because the last thing I thought that...
Because you don't have the same power. That's why. That's why people don't hit you up privately. Because they don't have the same power in the situation that they do once they go tell everybody else about it. Because once they get everybody else involved, it's them and everybody else that's on their side about it. Right? For him, this is a way to draw attention to a situation. Because if I say it out loud, everybody gonna hear me. And then they gonna know what you over there doing. So even though I'm asking and I'm framing it as a question, I'm not accusing you, I'm asking you. Me putting it out there means that now people are gonna be thinking about you in a certain light. That's because I'm already mad. I'm already mad. Like, I already know you did whatever I think, or I'm asking you, I already know this is what you did. So I'm putting you on blast, but I'm pretending that I'm not, just in case, I'm wrong.
that you would be is the new Suge Knight. Make it make sense, Snoop. Make it make sense right now. Cause I don't give a fuck, nigga. You know that. You my cousin. But don't ever think that you doing people wrong. You're a great person. Make sense, Snoop. Make it make sense right now. Cause I don't give a fuck, nigga. You know that. You my cousin. But don't ever think that you doing people wrong is gonna I'm not gonna let it slide. What are you gonna do to me? Exactly. Let's talk about it. Let's do a sit down and let's figure out, why do people say you're the new Suge? Why do people say that you're fucking them over all their money? Why do people say that you're the worst person in the world right now in LA? Why? When you're my cousin. Let's figure it out. I love you, Snoop.
Wow, is this what the people in LA are saying? Girl, you know you can't trust Ray J, but also that's what the streets might be saying. The streets might be saying that. I don't know, girl. I'm not on the street. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what they saying on the street. Oh, girl. Ugh. So much. All right, let's go ahead and move on, everybody. Oh. Let me see. Trying to see where I want to go first, y'all. It's a couple of stories that I'm looking back and forth with to see how I wanna where I wanna go, how I wanna do it, where I wanna go, how I wanna do it. Okay, let's just go ahead and get into Jamal Bryant right quick. So y'all, everybody was mad at Jamal Bryant yesterday. And apparently, social media was dragging Jamal Bryant after saying Target boycott is over, despite Target not reversing any of its diversity policies. So it seems as if he said it in the comments or something. Neighbors, Pastor Jamal Harrison Bryant is getting dragged online after reports that he's calling off the year-long boycott of Target Corporation. Bryant reportedly said the boycott is ending after what he called productive conversations with Target executives. But according to reports, the company did not reverse or change any of its policies, including those tied to diversity initiatives. The detail has social media side-eyeing the announcement. Many users say that many users say the boycott never actually ended for them and that they still plan to avoid the retailer. Y'all, I have got to get another monitor. My God, it's so small. I'm squinting, bitch. Okay. On one viral comment joked, how big a check did Target cut Jamal? Others were even more direct, saying that's still not shopping there, regardless of Bryant's statements. Some activists have also distanced themselves from the decision, saying the boycott will continue until real changes happen. So while Bryant may be ready to move on, a lot of people online are making it clear the boycott is still on. Yeah, y'all. We don't have leaders anymore. We don't have leaders. I think somebody comes up with something, they throw it out there, and we all decide if we're going to stick beside it. Okay? And I think that the Target thing has been it's been interesting to watch them lose, but it's also been interesting to watch people kind of go back. I think ultimately what needs to happen in order for places like Target and Walmart and them to actually lose their power is for there to be more mom and pop shops selling the things that they sell. There needs to be more regular grocery stores. There needs to be more stores that sell the things that you can get all in one place, maybe at a smaller level. But I do think the only way we're actually going to like put a dent in those corporations is for other businesses to replace them. You know? But I feel like Jamal Bryant can't speak for everybody. And if people want to stop dealing with Target, forever, that's their fucking business. And I don't think you can say that the boycott is done for the Black community because you went and talked to Target. Like, that's just a sellout thing to do. Like, shut the fuck up. If you want to sell out, you go ahead and make your deal with Target. But don't you let them use you as a mouthpiece to us. That's not gonna work the way it used to work. Back in the day, you know, white people used to be able to infiltrate all kind of black shit by getting somebody on their side. And the black people think they can trust this person. Now we know we can't trust none of you niggas. But again, you know, when somebody uses religion to make their money, like, I'm not saying it's all the time a bad thing, but I often feel like you're a scammer. So in some capacity, nigga, you're a scammer. Okay, which means on some level you're a sellout. On some level, money is the God. Especially with prosperity preaching, money is the God. Money. Okay? And they put that above any and everything. And that's what goes first at all times, is being able to get the money. And I think most people are living like that now, regardless to what they want to say. It didn't used to be like that. We used to be like, nah, all money ain't good money. Niggas don't have that mentality no more. They think all money is all money. And you know, it is what it is. It's unfortunate though that you think you can speak for everybody. And then, where is it at, y'all? I think they got that guy, that one guy that, remember we looked at it the other day, the guy, what is his name? The one that wants to fight. Well, he doesn't want to fight Clarissa. Clarissa was saying she could beat his ass, and Shannon Sharp was like, "You're a woman. You can't beat his ass. You're a woman." And we went and looked at that man fight, and I said that he was sloppy. He was a sloppy fighter. He was a sloppy fighter. I thought I had saved it, like the clip of them talking to him. And he said that he would not fight Clarissa, you know, for $1 million because he don't hit women. I think that's what he said. Here it goes.
What about you? With 20 million, that seems like a lot of cheddar.
Oh man, I don't hit women. I just don't hit women. It's not even about the money. 20 million, 30 million, 100 million, bro. I wouldn't sell myself to go hit a woman.
She signed up for this, Rolly.
I know women sign up all the time and
Shannon is such a misogynist. It's actually gross to me.
do stupid things, right? And all that stuff. I'm telling you. It's not in my moral compass to go hit a woman.
Yeah. Okay. What about you with 20 million?
I think that yeah, good answer. Good answer. But also bullshit. Most boxers put their hands on women. The only reason you don't want to, and I'm not saying he does, but I'm just saying a lot of boxers beat women. The only reason you don't want to get in the ring with her is because if she beats you, then you're gonna be clowned. That's really what it is. You could lose every fight to these men, but if you lose one fight to Clarissa, the other men will be looking at you like a bitch for the rest of your life. And that's what you are more scared of. That currency and the validation and respect of other men in that industry is more important than you fighting a woman. It's not just about, oh, I don't want to hit women. Child, Floyd and the rest of them have history of knocking women all upside the goddamn head. What it's really about is you don't want the possibility of her whipping your ass. Because there's a possibility of her whipping your ass. So, not 2/3 of that screen hit women for free. My God is that awesome God. My God, okay? Nah, she tripping. I don't think so. I honestly feel like we should start training women. Like, women should start being more interested in being able to beat niggas' asses. I do feel like we need to get into that a little bit more often. I feel like because people don't want to be masculine, you don't want girls to be fighting. Girls are not supposed to be fighting. Well, men are always trying to steal coochie from women. So I think you should prepare them for the people that are going to try to rob them of their coochies. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like a lot of this disrespect that women go through is because men feel like they have a power, you know what I'm saying? They have power over women by being physically stronger. But if we start to put these little girls in fighting classes and shit, y'all be seeing them little girls be wrestling and beating the shit out of everybody. If you start to build young girls up as a whole with the knowledge that you need to be able to beat that little boy's ass no matter what age you are at, then by the time we get to adulthood, niggas will have more respect. Niggas will have more respect because they know I can get my ass beat by a woman too if I don't talk correctly to her. Because a lot of the times men only respect other men because they fear them physically. I'm just saying. I was just saying, girl. I feel like the girls look. This is one of the prime examples of why you need to be able to beat these niggas' asses, okay? And being athletic is not good enough, girl. L.A. Sparks, Rakia Jackson granted restraining order against Falcons, James Pierce Jr. after domestic dispute arrest and alleged death threats. Y'all remember we talked about this? That nigga hit her car with his car and got in a high-speed chase with the motherfucking police because he was stalking this girl. Even with him being a football player, in a perfect world, this girl would have been able to beat this nigga's ass like J-Lo on Enough, okay? Like, fuck him up. Like, oh, you thought you was gonna beat my ass, huh? Yeah, you can only hit me when I was defenseless, right? Okay, stupid ass. All right, you gonna beat that nigga. Y'all saw that nigga face at the end of Enough? Listen, it's not always about size. It's about speed and impact. Okay? Speed and impact. And sometimes if you smaller, you could be faster than a big old nigga because sometimes it take him longer. I disagree. Women are enough danger without pushing this narrative. What narrative am I pushing? And why would women be in danger for learning how to defend themselves against people that are already preying on them? Tell me. Tell me how it's smarter to be defenseless. Tell me how it's smarter to put your safety in another person's hands. Tell me how that's smarter. I can't wait to hear. I'm just saying. Y'all really like put it in women and girls' minds that it's another person's job to protect her body. And I think that we should probably get out of that mindset. I do. I think that we should be more in the mindset of teaching girls how to beat niggas' asses. Yeah. And I'm not saying you should just be beating on niggas. No, I'm saying once they think they can put their hands on you because they think they stronger than you surprise them and flip them over your fucking shoulder and hit them in the face with your elbow. Surprise, nigga. You thought, surprise. You thought you was going to be able to beat my ass because I'm littler than you, nigga. Pow, pow, pow. Okay? And then you jump on him like a spider monkey and bite his fucking ear off like... Okay? Because some of these niggas beat on women because they think women are scared of them. But as soon as a woman fight back, then all of a sudden that shit stop. Y'all gonna get killed listening to Bondi. Y'all gonna get killed. Get fireman training too. I'm so confused about how I'm going to get people killed because I feel like we should start like training girls in self-defense so that they can protect themselves. I am so confused. I'm so confused. Do y'all think just laying down and taking it is a better result? How is that? Like, I'm so confused, y'all. How is this bad advice for women to learn how to protect themselves? I'm so confused. Girl, explain to me what these people are talking about in the comments before I block them. Explain yourself before I block you. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Fuck. I feel like people just in my comments to be contrarian today. Anyway, so the WNBA star has been granted a temporary restraining order against James following a recent domestic dispute. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Rakia filed for protection on February 9th, telling the court she feared for her safety and believed that without intervention, James will kill me. The request was approved, and a hearing to determine whether a permanent injunction will be issued is scheduled for next month. As part of the order, James is prohibited from contacting Rakia and must stay at least 500 feet away from her home. He's also barred from coming within 100 feet of her vehicle and has been ordered to surrender any firearms and ammunition to a local police department. In her filing, Rakia alleged the situation has escalated over time, claiming James has threatened to kill me, he's threatened to harm me, and has verbally and physically abused me on more than one occasion. But she shouldn't be able to fight back. What? Oh, you saying get a firearm. Oh, I'm not saying don't have a gun. I'm not saying no. I'm talking about if we need to start changing our mindsets about things. Y'all don't be listening to the shit that I say. Y'all just listen to one part of what I say and start fucking typing. I'm not saying don't have a gun. I'm not about to learn how to fight like that at this age. No, I have a pistol. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't understand, y'all. Why everybody want to fight with me today? I'm gonna just start blocking people because some of this shit is just starting to get exhausting. Saying I'm gonna get somebody killed. That's crazy. That's like really fucking crazy for you to say some shit like that. The fuck out my comments. Anyway, while at a gas station, James attacked me by snatching my cellular phone out of my hand, pulling my hair, and taking my personal belongings. She said she ended the relationship after that encounter, but alleged the NFL player continued to contact and harass her. In her petition, Rakia told the court she is truly in fear of her life. As reported, James was ultimately arrested on 2 charges of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and 1 count of aggravated stalking. He's accused of ramming his car into Rakia's vehicle as she tried to flee and striking an officer with his car. Shit is crazy. My idea is that if you are having the mindset that girls should know how to fight just like you think boys are supposed to know how to fight, then by the time those kids become adults, maybe people will stop taking advantage of the fact that they think girls can't beat their ass because they're girls. That's the point that I was making. I don't know how that was lost. I said the words. Anyway, moving on to why y'all hoes need to stop trying to get married all the time and just fuck on these niggas and send them back to their own houses. Yeah, everybody acting slow today in the comments, and I'm not in the mood to be nice about it. Candy and estranged husband Ty Tucker ordered to pay $140K after judge enforces settlement in Blaze Steak and Seafood lease dispute over unpaid rent. I'm glad that they changed this because at first they was trying to make it seem like Candy was gonna be the only one paying, and then they reposted and said, "Oh no, Candy and Todd, and Todd will be paying it, girl." Okay, let's see. A court has ruled that Candy Burris and her estranged husband, Todd Tucker, are responsible for paying more than $140,000 to a former landlord tied to their restaurant venture. According to TMZ, the ruling stems from a dispute involving Blaze Steak and Seafood, a restaurant the pair operated through their Burris Tucker restaurant group. The landlord initially alleged the company owed more than $200,000 related to a lease agreement, including unpaid rent and property expenses connected to the restaurant space. Records show both sides later reached a settlement meant to resolve the claims. The judge ultimately enforced that agreement, ordering the business tied to Burris and Tucker to pay $140,000. During the case, the restaurant group denied wrongdoing and filed counterclaims tied to the lease agreement arrangement. The court later determined the settlement was valid and enforceable, bringing the dispute to a close and dismissing the remaining claims from both parties. Now, I feel like I just saw Candy in a bob saying that she felt like it wasn't smart to get into all of these businesses with him. Hold up. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Can y'all like the video
So I don't.
and hype me up if you're not a hating asshole? You know what I'm saying? You're not a hating asshole. Businesses. think I found it.
Having
So yeah, with that, let's listen to this.
all those different businesses has been a stressful situation.
Yeah.
And I guess because, and, now I'm getting divorced, it's kind of like doing things together and we not on the same page, I just want to go back to my creative space. Having all those different businesses
Okay.
has been a stressful situation.
Yeah.
And I guess because
So people will often say, Bondi, you are wrong, or my favorite is I'm reaching. The first time that I felt like Candy should have stopped doing business with Todd, y'all tell me in the comments, because I feel like y'all should know. Y'all probably should know. It was when we found out that first restaurant didn't have a generator. That first restaurant, I believe, the first OLG restaurant not having a fucking generator, that was the first sign that them people needed to stop doing business together as far as I was concerned. And the reason why I say that is because if you live somewhere where the energy is always going out, right? The electricity is always going out. You have to have a generator because you have to refrigerate food. And if you lose power for an extended period of time in the South, then the temperature of the food is going to increase. And if that happens, then the food goes bad. Okay. I watch Deliver Us from Eva. I know that this meat is supposed to be a specific fucking temperature, bitch. Okay. And so I feel like that was the first sign that he was willing to cut corners. And I feel like there are certain things that you cannot cut corners on. Food is one of them because people can get ptomaine poisoning, bitch. So that was the first sign to me. I remember that moment. And I feel like if only Candy had listened to that moment and said, you know what, Todd? I know you like to cut corners. I don't. If you want to do business ventures, I will do a legal, investment with a percentage that I get back on any business that you make. I don't want to be a part of it, though. I'll be a silent investor, and you have to do everything else on your own. That's what I would have done if I was her, because ultimately I feel like Todd would have had to prove that he could keep something up without me before I was giving him my money to do shit with. And that was like that first moment where it's like, he's not doing right. Stop it. Like, that was a sign. That was girl, you got to watch the signs sometime. Bitches don't be watching the signs, girl. You got to watch the signs. But the housewives of Atlanta star Candy Burris and her ex-husband Todd Tucker have reached a divorce settlement after months of going back and forth. Let's take it to the TMZ. Hold up, y'all. Let's take it to the TMZ so we can see what it says. One of my favorite white people just joined the cast of Euphoria. I saw that. All right, let's read about this divorce settlement, girl. Okay? Y'all listening? This is what they saying about Candy and Todd. Candy and Todd informed the court of their deal on March 11th, explaining they hashed out a final and full settlement. This, according to docs obtained by TMZ. The court ordered Candy and Todd to submit their settlement paperwork, which covers child support and includes a parenting plan, by next week. As TMZ first reported, Candy announced she split from Todd in November 2025 after 10 years of marriage. The RHOA star asked for joint custody of their kids, but changed her request to sole custody after Todd demanded primary custody. Todd claimed Candy had been working in New York while he cared for the kids in Georgia. Candy disputed Todd's claims that he was the primary caregiver. She also slammed him for living rent-free in her guest home. Todd claimed he was only living in the back house because Candy kicked him out. Todd also asked the court to award him support in the original petition. So we don't know yet what they've agreed on, it seems. Okay. We don't know specifically, but it seems as if they will have another week to decide what their court order is going to be, what their final agreement on child support or whatever the fuck. Like, we'll find out later. But they divorced, girl. They divorced. It's very confusing because Candy was saying that they were not, you know what I'm saying, that they were not fighting like that, but it kind of seems like you were. Maybe he wasn't fighting with you, but it seems as if his lawyer was fighting with your lawyer, bitch. That's what it seemed like to me. Anyway, y'all, we're going to take a quick little break. And when I come back, we're going to get into Amy Luciani and Dwight Howard and all of that jazz, girl. Okay? We'll be right back.
Hi, my name's Talia. I recently attended Reset by Design's Wellness Retreat in Bali, and I can't say enough good things about it. It was an amazing time, a beautiful time was had with all of the women that attended the trip. Reset by Design Wellness, you did it again. You did it again. We had so much fun. We doing it for the gram, the Bali swing, beach day clubs, checking out the bamboo forest, going to one of the local spas, beautiful local spas, jumping into a pool covered in flowers, floating breakfast. We did it all, and we had an amazing time doing it together. And that's all because of the space that Reset by Design Wellness creates for us. You not only will feel safe physically, but you, more importantly, I feel like, will feel safe mentally and emotionally, which is really the whole reason that we're going on the retreat, is to relax, relate, release, reset, and just essentially come back home refreshed and renewed and ready to take on whatever it is that life is throwing at us. But aside from walking away with tools from the workshops in order to, work on the issues that you may have going on in your personal life, you also walk away with a new community, and you walk away with these women who all are just genuinely trying to support each other. Nobody wants anything from the other aside from a listening ear, perhaps, someone to offer a shoulder to cry on, someone to laugh with, someone to just experience new things with. You walk away with community when you go on a Reset by Design Wellness retreat. So anybody out there, any woman out there who is thinking about going, just go. You're going to have an amazing time. You're going to feel safe. You're going to feel cared for. The support, the community, the attention to detail when it comes to the itinerary and the activities that we do on these retreats. Reset by Design Wellness gives you attention to detail in all of the areas that matter. So just go, book it.
Shout out to my girl Talia. Y'all, before we get into Amy and Dwight, girl, did y'all see this? Now, I just saw all over my timeline that Suki Hana got in a fight with this white girl who kept saying nigga on the baddies. And she came, I keep seeing the video of her coming in looking like a fucking ninja. And then the white girl having a sock with some coins or rocks in it or something like that. And then hitting herself. But Suki came in and she was rolled up. And now, girl, Suki pregnant. And I think Suki is pregnant by Dr. Umar. Bitch, I don't know who Suki pregnant by. But bitch, I wonder if Suki is pregnant by Dr. Umar, girl. That's my question. Did y'all get tickets to the Ooh Ladies First Atlanta show? We had our show last night because Niecy had something to do today. So last night was our show, and we had to give you guys a new link. I posted it on my community page, and I will put it in the description box. I fucking forgot. Hold up. Yeah, I don't know why every time I say hold up, it makes me think about that one song.
Oh, 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 been a lot of places, seen a lot of faces. Oh hell, I even fuck with different races. A white dude. I keep doing it, y'all. It's like one of my favorite songs to sing out of nowhere. I'm annoyed. I keep trying to get this link. Anyway, y'all. But yeah, did y'all see that? Did Suki's pregos? Did y'all see this girl? Who is Suki pregnant for? Let me see. Did I put anything in my saves with her? I think I put it in my girl.
This ain't nothing compared to
y'all,
for real, for real. We really been cute. I can air this whole thing out for real. So anybody that really got an issue with jumping and y'all know y'all jumping bitches, man, mind your business. It ain't that deep. A bitch gonna get jumped. One person. No, it ain't take one person. It took two. And guess what? I fought her one-on-one. This ain't nothing.
Listen. The girls are boxing. Let me see. Did I have something else for that? Because I was just like, nah, Suki. Yeah, here you go.
You identify
Somebody was like, she on the phone with her pastor. I'm like, bitch, that's Umar.
Full time as a black woman. And if I spoke to your parents and asked them if they raised you as a black woman, what would they say? Because what a lot of the Latinos do, and you want to say this, a lot of y'all Latinos, y'all will identify as black around black people, and when y'all around white people and other Latinos, y'all don't even think about us. Y'all don't identify with us at all. Do you identify as a black woman full time, and what proof or evidence can you show me that that is in fact true? What proof can she show you that she always identifies full time as a black woman? And if she a light-skinned Latino,
listen,
it's not too many of them Suki who identify as black. Do you
Yo, the fact that he's on the phone giving her the pep talk before she go in there to fight like a ninja? Girl, I feel like these people are in love. I hope these people are in love, okay? Listen, this is what I want.
Watch. Look at her hands. Boom, right there.
Listen, everybody, when I tell y'all, I was waiting for somebody to post a video of them actually fighting. Did I get it?
A mass destruction is this cat. This Pan-African cat is the only weapon I got.
Now, when she called it Pan-African cat, I said, oh, yeah. Doesn't sound like that. Then you don't know what Umar sound like. That is absolutely Umar's voice. Like, bitch, I don't even listen to Umar enough. That is absolutely Umar's voice. Okay? And when she called her cat Pan-African cat, bitch, please let this be the pappy.
What are they talking about? A bitch got beat up.
Come on, Sook.
She's so fucking hilarious.
Come on, Sook.
Get it, girl. That's right. She didn't have shit with her hands.
I'm mad because I thought that I had saved the video, but girl, of them fighting. Oh my God. Yo, I don't know if it's true, but if Suki got Pan-African pussy and is pregnant for Umar and Umar is the pappy, bitch, I don't know why I would be happy with that because that nigga a deadbeat. But I don't know why. Like, y'all tell me, I don't know why. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense why I'm like excited for Suki to be pregnant for Dr. Umar. I can't stand that nigga. Oh my God. Suki says she doesn't know yet the gender. She just wants it to be healthy. Did she say who the pappy was? Look, the first comment is, if Umar the daddy, I'ma fall out. She called it Pan-African coochie. Listen. Congratulations, Sook. Congratulations, girl. I'm sorry, y'all. That is like hilarious, bitch. That is the funniest shit. Bitch, Pan-African pussy. Okay? Pan-African pussy. Pan-African pussy. Oh, okay. Hold up. Let's go to Amy and Dwight. Okay, so it was a few stories that came out after I got offline on Tuesday about this situation. Okay, so let's just go through them, shall we?
Dwight Howard and his soon-to-be ex-wife, Amy Luciani, reportedly had plans to renew their vows in a grand overseas ceremony before their relationship unraveled. The relationship has not been good the entire time. The fuck is you renewing vows for? Be together for more than 5 minutes without wanting to break up. Sources told TMZ that the couple was in the midst of planning a lavish wedding in India, meant to celebrate their union with family and friends. While a date hadn't been finalized, insiders said preparations had been underway for months and were still ongoing before the split. Dwight and Amy, whose real name is Amber Howard, told Amber tied the knot in Las Vegas last year. Over the weekend, Amy accused her husband of having a cocaine addiction and of coaching his son to lie about her to the authorities. She also revealed that Dwight's daughter had been taken by CPS. In response, he filed for divorce on Monday. Despite all that, sources shared with the outlet that the couple is still living under the same roof. So that they was supposed to have a party to celebrate their terrible marriage, okay? Because once again, everybody feels like as long as you have a marriage, that's all that matters, girl. Who cares if you like that nigga? He chose you. He proposed to you. He proposed to you. Listen, okay. Then y'all, Dwight and Royce's son, who looked like Royce's face in Dwight's body, came on the internet to tell us some more about Dwight and what it has been like being the son of Dwight Howard. Weird old freak ass nigga.
I had asked him like around my birthday and after Christmas, like in between then. And I asked him, I was like, so why did you say that you were getting me all this stuff for my birthday for Christmas and you told me send you links and stuff and you never did? And I was telling him, I'm like, you say that you gonna get me these gifts. You promise me all this stuff and you don't do it. Or the stuff that you do give.
Outside of this past birthday, when was the last time he got you anything for Christmas? When was the last time he got you anything for your birthday? When was the last time he showed up for anything important? So why even let it take you there? Why even let him get you on that level? I've told you this before. You allow yourself to, well, you are your mama's child, but you allow yourself to constantly be hurt.
And I had asked him like around my
by someone who has shown you who he is. Correct?
Yeah.
Why? I told you that the time will come. I told you that karma does not have an expiration date. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to. Everything that is going on has nothing to do with who? Exactly. So let him dig his own grave. I said what I needed to say. You said what you needed to say. You don't have to defend anything because the truth is coming out. It always prevails, and sometimes it may take longer than we wanted it to. But it happened. Did we expect it to happen like this? I did not. By someone who did not expect
what?
I did not, but I've been telling people don't F with people from Detroit. They on a different level.
I wouldn't say that. If you date a man that's a deadbeat, you deserve what you get, love. I wouldn't say that because I feel like a lot of the conversation, even though I get what you mean, right? There's a level of not having any empathy for Amy that we all have right now because it was like, girl, don't do it. And you was like, kiss my ass. Y'all hating on my relationship. You know, I get what you mean. But I feel like the onus is always being put on somebody else but the man. Even everybody asking, you know, why is the conversation on social media? Why aren't they talking about this in private? What difference does it make? What's the difference between talking about it online and talking about it in front of everybody when everybody knows what's going on anyway? What's the difference? We are in a different time. Everything is on social media. This situation happened on social media. Amy came to social media. And honestly, I feel like this conversation is a conversation that mothers are often having with their children because fathers are constantly disappointing the children. And the mother has to be towing this line of not speaking bad on an ain't shit fucked up ass nigga and then allowing her child to experience that hurt for himself so that he can come to that conclusion on his own without her having to, push it out there. I feel like, I actually was happy to see them talk about this because I feel like I often wondered how he was doing as a young man with everything we know about him and about the things that have happened. I was wondering how he was doing. And I feel like a lot of the conversations they were having, it seems as if he is more well adjusted than I think we thought he would be, considering the situation between, his parents. And I feel like a lot of things go on behind the scenes that it often feels like go unnoticed and there's no retribution. And sometimes just always speaking the truth out loud at least helps you release it, right? Putting it on social media sometimes is just a way to release it, to let everybody know that this is what the fuck is going on, because sometimes that's really all you need to do. Because if a private conversation that is the problem publicizing trauma, this is not publicizing trauma. Publicizing trauma was Amy getting online with cocaine in her hand. This is them having a conversation online, and I don't think it's glamorizing it. I just think it's a real conversation. Y'all watch all kind of fucking reality shows with people having real life conversations. Y'all watch people on Facebook talk about all their fucking business all the time. And I do understand people not putting their business out on Front Street all the time, but this situation is already out there. That's what I'm saying. This is already out there. When Amy came to the internet with cocaine, this is already out. Okay?
Not even that. Don't mess with my family.
Did not
What?
And also, I feel like probably for a long time as a child, he probably felt like he didn't have a voice in the situation. And so now this is an opportunity for him to have a voice in the situation as the child that's been talked about by a whole bunch of fucking adults that don't even know him. So yeah, it did seem as if he was doing better. I just don't like the way,
And I had
everybody does shit like they be in the comments talking about, oh, Royce, why are you still talking about this? Why is he still like abusing people? Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Why am I still talking about it? Because he still gets to go to basketball games and stand up and everybody, applauds and shit. Like, I just don't get when people are being wronged consistently, why everybody always just wants them to shut the fuck up. Like, why? Why? For whose benefit? You know what I'm saying? For whose benefit? For his. It only benefits him for everybody to stay quiet about how they're being abused. It only benefits him. That shit can feel like you choking sometimes, keeping that shit on the low and all of that, being quiet about all the things that's going on. Because men like him weaponize your silence. That's another thing. They weaponize people not knowing what's going on, right? And I also think that when men are wronging women like this, you should be shouting it from the rooftops because a lot of people are still not paying attention. I'm so tired of y'all asking questions that Royce has answered 5,000 times in 5,000 interviews all over different platforms on the internet. Girl, you could if you want to know something about Royce and Dwight, all you gotta do is put that shit in Google and they will find you an answer, bitch. Because she has been up here talking about this shit, and people will still come to the internet asking stupid ass fucking questions as if the information is not available. Which means that people are going to keep getting into relationships with this abusive man, not knowing what the fuck is going on. I do believe there are a lot of people like Amy that know what's going on and don't care. They don't listen. They need to go through it themselves. That's your journey, bitch. But I do feel like it's important to let people know, hey, that nigga not safe. And I don't think if you are an abuser, I don't think you should be able to walk around without people screaming, hey, that nigga abuser, bro, watch out. If somebody was a person that was always stealing somebody's wallet, y'all would always, hey, that nigga steal wallets. Watch out. He said, Dwight came out and you know, commenting on things, and he said, never done coke in my life. Y'all will believe everything y'all see on the internet. Yeah, like a big bag of cocaine. Girl, you right. We will believe anything we see on the internet. And I guess if we believe you, that would also be us believing anything we see on the internet. Boy, bye. Let's see what else. Then he posted this. He's a weirdo. Me reading the hate and slander in the comments. And that's another thing. It might not be coke. Some people were saying that it was meth. I'm not sure. I don't do that narcotic. But yeah, this was him. That was him. He's a weirdo, right? You might not have, son. You might not have done coke. You might have done whatever else that was. Let's see. Everybody was just reposting the same shit. And then somebody reposted this. Wait, the tea is officially boiling. Amy and Dwight had to be bumping snow at the house all day because this video, we need answers. Because why? This is the comedy we didn't see coming. Everything alleged. Okay.
Some things just make sense.
Just this little part right here. I mean, let's why Daya. Let's turn this down. What is he looking at? Why are you looking at her like that? Why are you looking at her like, girl, you ain't all that? You know what this remind me of? I just saw a post of a bisexual man. It was so funny on TikTok. And he was like, the reason why, he was like, I know why women don't want to fuck with me. I know why they don't want to fuck with me. He talked about he went on this date with a woman. And she was getting ready, I guess, to get dressed. And she was like saying, you know, yeah, I just want to look like the baddest bitch in there. And his automatic thing that flew out of his mouth was, you ain't going to be badder than me though, bitch. And he's been apologizing and screaming he's sorry ever since. Y'all, that shit was hilarious to me, but I imagine that sometimes that's how niggas feel. Thank you, Keystar. That's cute. Thank you. That's really cute. I love it. All right, come on, YouTube and Ecamm adding little gifts and shit. That's cute. He looked just like that jackass. I think the team let him go. Since Ben. Yeah, this nigga's a weirdo. Talking about twin flame. Yeah, because y'all look alike. Nigga said high as a kite. This don't mean they high. This just mean that nigga jealous. He gets so jealous that I can't even work. And then, lastly, from this story, audio of Amy Luciani. Who the fuck is Luciano? I thought it was Luciani. Bitch, if you gonna make up names, let's get this shit right, TMZ. Y'all don't know who black people are? This was the call released. Says Dwight locked her out of their mansion after losing custody of his daughter. Oh, God, we're going to have to hear her sniffing like Annalise Keaton and shit.
Well, what's going on is my husband,
she calm as fuck.
So see the third time, whenever he gets upset, he locks me out of our estate. We live in a 35,000 square foot big home. It's Dwight Howard from the Lakers. Anytime he gets upset with me, I come home, the gate's locked. He just did it again. We had an argument. He lost custody of his daughter last night with CPS. He took it out on me, and he went all ballistic. I come home. I try to go back in the gate. He changed the gate code again. I said, Dwight, the police came out here before, and they told you. It is illegal to do this to Miss Howard. This is your wife. I've been here for 15 months. We've been married for 12. You can't do this. They warned him. Stop doing it. He did it again. So I'm locked out. I had to walk all the way through the woods, break in the side gate. I'm quite shocked the neighbors haven't called the police on me yet. It's raining. I'm embarrassed. I'm outside the gate. He locked me out again. I was not going to call, but I'm sick of it. I cannot keep being made to sleep in my car when my husband gets mad because he's a multi-millionaire and he's an NBA star. It's wrong. I want somebody to come out.
Girl, what? Oh, I get it. I get what she's saying. She's saying that because he is who he is, like she be having to sleep in a car. Girl, I love my husband. Lord knows I do.
Here, I don't know my rights as a wife,
Okay,
but for me to be standing outside, it's
Ma'am.
ridiculous.
Ma'am, I have a few questions for you. What's your
Ma'am.
first and last name?
Ma'am.
It's Amber Howard.
Okay, and I'm just going to ask you some questions. Is there any alcohol or drugs involved today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any weapons?
I mean, what does that mean? Like, do we own them in the house?
Does he have a weapon on him today?
Oh, no, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Do you guys have weapons in the house, though?
Oh, for sure, over 1,000. We have a gun room, a very nice gun room, but that's way far away from the house, on the property.
Okay, and where are you right now?
I'm standing outside in the rain.
It's not a key, it's a code. I'm guessing it's a code, and you could just change the code. That's what he's doing. They probably have a system that's not a key, it's a code that you have to put in, and he'll change the code so that she can't get in the gate.
And can you go ahead and give me a description of yourself so officers know who to look for? Are you black, white, Hispanic,
Of
or Asian,
myself?
ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
I'm black. Yes, ma'am. I'm black. I have on blue jeans with a gray hoodie and a gray.
You know, I see y'all keep saying, and I really want to understand, like, so do y'all think, because I see a lot of women say this about this situation, she's there for the money. If she was there for the money and the money exclusively, why would she continue to deal with this? Like, what do y'all think is happening? Do y'all think there's no love whatsoever? Y'all think she's just there because he has money? You think that women enter into abusive relationships with men primarily for money? You think that that's how? I don't think that's how that works. I think money is a part of the love bombing. But when y'all say that, I feel like the women that are actually in it just for the money would not end up in situations like this.
Gray hat.
Gray hoodie, blue jeans, and black hat. Perfect. Okay, and where is he right now?
And that's another thing. She doesn't have access to the money. And in order to prove that she's not with him for his money, she hasn't gotten anything. But Chaotic said that he made her sell her house, which is something that men like to do. I feel like over there on Married to Medicine, and I want to come to y'all tonight. Either I'm going to come to y'all tonight or tomorrow. I don't know how I'm feeling just yet, because I didn't eat enough yesterday, and I just was doing too much, and I didn't eat enough, and I'm not feeling that great because of it. Ugh, girl, I gotta remember to eat. I be forgetting to eat, girl. Anyway, but yeah, I hate working. I hate working out on a full stomach. I hate it. So that's why I was just like, girl, just get the workout done. And then after that, I ate a little bit of something, and then girl, now I feel like I'm paying for not eating yesterday. So I don't know if I'll come back for Married to Medicine, but I do want to give y'all Married to Medicine. But that's what this reminded me of, like the way Kirk was trying to get Quad to move into a home together. Let's sell our homes and move into a home together. A lot of the times that is so that they can put a woman at a disadvantage, especially in a situation with Amber and Dwight, where he wanted her to sell her home, which she did. So she sold her house so she could move into his house and it could be theirs. I imagine he wanted her to be at a financial disadvantage so that he could have more power in the situation. And when y'all just kind of, oh, she just wanted the money, she just wanted the things, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think that's a good enough answer, because it makes it seem as if women are really like willing to give up safety for money that they're not really getting access to. Like, she's not actually getting access to the money, and he's kicking her out of the fucking house, and she don't even have another house to go to. Money is not the thing here. You know what I'm saying? I think that y'all say that it's money, but it's actually the man in the marriage, the image. That's what I think it's really about. I don't think it's really about money. Amy had her own money, y'all. She may not have been as rich as Dwight, but I don't think that she was in a situation where she needed to be with him for money. Like, that's just not the situation. I think she wanted to be with him because of who he is and what he was presenting to her. like the dream he was creating for her, the illusion that he was creating. And I'm not saying that, you know, she didn't sign up for the bullshit, but I'm just saying, like, it's not the money. Like, it's not the money, and it's never been the money. Like, I just don't think that. I think the money is a part of the man being, you know, valuable to you, right? Like, who the fuck want, like, because money makes men powerful. Powerful men are attractive to women, especially women that want stability and shit like that. But it's more so of the image. But I don't know why everybody is always saying that it's the money, because it almost is like you want to say she didn't really care anyway. She just wanted him for the money. So now she get what she get. And I think that that's not a true way of depicting it, because we see women in situations, hold up. We see women in situations like this that are poor. Like, y'all see women in relationships with men that don't have shit that will stick beside them in these exact same type of situations. So what is it then? And that's why I keep saying, even though everybody wants to say, oh, Dwight is not attractive, I'm like, listen, if y'all want to argue about that, that's fine. But to me, in a general way, a man like Dwight Howard without the history is a valuable man to women. Without the history, without knowing what he's done. Tall, good looking, still has his money from the NBA, supposed to be God-fearing, like y'all say y'all want. Those things, without you trusting or knowing what he did in the past, that's an easy way to get a woman. Like, I feel like the only time y'all should think a woman is only with a man for the money is when a nigga is ugly. This nigga not ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that register? That whenever y'all say that, it's like you acting like he's not attractive or something? Nigga said it's not the money. She don't even have a key to the house, bitch.
I have no clue. Our house is literally a street. I don't know where he's at, but I don't know. I'm sure he's looking at me standing at the gate looking stupid. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Do you?
No, Dwight is not cute today. No, he's not. But when Dwight was first coming out on the Lakers and all of that, are we going to act like Dwight wasn't a man that everybody thought was attractive?
You have your car with you?
No. Got Uber down.
Okay. All right, just
and that's another thing. There is nothing wrong with being with a man for money. But I feel like when women are with a man for money, they don't stick around for this type of shit if they're not getting what they need. She's sleeping in the car.
Stay right there for me, and we'll have officers there as soon as possible, okay? Call us if anything changes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay. Well, what's going on is...
Well, yeah. Yeah, she was code switching in this conversation, and she was also pissed off that she's standing outside in the rain. They said he only wants her because she looks trans. No, he wants her because she looks like him. It's not about being trans. She look like him. But Amy is a beautiful woman, so, you know, it is what it is. But people be attracted to themselves. I don't think she looked like no dude. Like, you know, like the way y'all probably thinking about. And I'm not saying trans people are dudes. I'm just saying I know how y'all think. Okay? No. Bondi Beetlejuice head is a lot to digest visually, but I do agree. Y'all know what I'm saying. He not attractive to us, right? Not to us, but to these hoes out here. Come on now, y'all. You bring in money, and don't forget about height. And if he's good in bed. And you know, like, niggas that fuck everybody might be good in bed, y'all. They might be good in bed, y'all. Okay. And then, y'all, somebody mentioned Egypt. All right. So I don't know why she won't cut the ends. She needs to go to see that hairstylist that y'all hate on the internet, the 717 hairstylist. That's where Egypt need to go. That's where Egypt need to go.
What it do? What it do, crew? That's right. That's right. I just wanted to let y'all know. Thank you to all my true supporters out there that really, you know, checked on me, wanted to make sure I was good. Your girl's always great. This just fueled me 15 times more to come back even harder, because you already know this ain't it for me. I'm sorry to tell y'all. It really isn't. I got in there, got my feet wet, I went out on my shield, and that's all that really matters. Y'all
You got knocked the fuck out.
can't say I don't got heart. Y'all can't say nothing. And I don't even care I don't even care. Because I know what I got. I know what I love to do. And also, this was the perfect opportunity because it helped me learn.
It's Pepper and Tretch's fault. They both are delusional people. They, like, to me, Tretch and Pepper both have a very space cadet like attitude. Like, you can't really get them to be grounded in reality at any given moment. They can just be up here somewhere with it.
Learn and see all the people that made it seem like they were going to stay supporting.
Not as giving early Clarissa Shields. It is, Diva. It is. She used to be like, I hate y'all. To be honest, like, I hate those of y'all that value hair so much because to me, if my hair looked like this, I would cut it all off and have a fade. Like, I would cut all my hair off before I walked around with my ends split or my hair stiff. Cut this shit off.
And realize that, thank you for just showing me your true colors. Because I wouldn't want to walk out with a victory knowing I got a bunch of fake people behind me.
Girl, who you talking to?
What it do?
Who you talking to, bitch?
It's like some bruise.
I hate the way it looked like that white girl wound up her arm. Bitch. Oh my God, we not gonna watch it again. We not gonna watch it again, y'all. I don't want to watch no more abuse, okay? But she said that, and then her weird looking husband came and talked to us.
A Taekwondo 2-time medalist, it definitely is a resume. And I'm speaking to you, I am justice, so you know, I'm really making sure you know what I'm saying. When you're going into this kind of sport, and you're looking at things from the perspective that our management and us and even the owner of Misfits, Mams Taylor, you know, they go in and they say, okay.
Thank you, very happy Mondays. I want to go outside in the rain. It may sound crazy. It may sound crazy, but I want to go outside. Yes, I do.
Okay, this is boxing, and it is boxing. So when you go and take a sport that all you do is kick, the most thing you can say is, yeah, 2-time medalist says that you have a good work ethic. It really means that. It means you're going to work hard, you're going to train hard, and you're going to figure things out, which we prepared for. But the timeline that we were given of how long this person had been training was less than the time frame that Egypt had been training and learning how to use their hands from a person who said that they didn't use their hands before. You know, so it was definitely a bamboozle trick. You know what I'm saying? I read Taekwondo, touched the ring the minute that she was hit. I was ready to fight and try to fight everybody. I was on a crazy rampage. They snatched me up so quick. You know what I'm saying? And it was a tragic moment for all of us, you know? Yeah, this boxer, like this whole setup has caused a lot of controversy. This girl could be in trouble for something like this, but it happens. What can we do? Once that contract was signed from Egypt and her management, and then once the girl had signed hers, it didn't really matter that, oh, bitch, we were in camp the whole time. You know, it was a mind trick played on us, and all we could have said was we would have been better prepared. I wish that people would be more honorable in their state. I wish that we would have known all this kind of stuff before, because we would have definitely dropped the fight. And that's another thing that people don't realize was with this situation, there's no mistake that I said to my was like, yo, you should totally hit up your family members. I don't need to touch the ring the minute that.
My God, on today.
Taekwondo.
It's given. I bucked her up to do it, but it ain't my fault. Felicia said Pep paid off Sam's back child support and bought him a new car. I knew that's why Egypt is so stupid. And Egypt threw shots at her dad. That's what she was throwing shots at? That's what she was talking to? She was talking to Tretch? Girl, shut up. Shut up. Just shut up, girl. Just shut up. Oh my God, y'all. That shit is so messy. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to give y'all today. Okay, I think I've had enough, girl. All right? Read some of these super chats. Thank you, Erica. They're in harmony with his frequency because they're hateful too. That's why they couldn't tell that they were giving money to a deranged stalker, because they are him. They were looking in a mirror, girl. Self-made SM, thank you for the super chat. He shouldn't be talking. Don't he have heart problems? Also, isn't Ray J isn't Ray J projecting? He is still questionable and Whitney. Girl, everybody's a hypocrite. Everybody's a hypocrite, girl. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a really good day. Don't forget, support, support plane tickets. Okay. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.